Welcome, 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 everybody, to Sim Racing World's telecast or broadcast tonight of our Porsche Round 5. We're at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park tonight, brought to you by DSL Welding Services. Thank you very, very much. Big shout out to our promo department also, and a safety car also, and Pagnian Imports Simulations also. Tonight I'm here with Tyson McAvoy. My name is Chef Toddy, and behind the scenes we've got Nathan Shibby Howard. You looking forward to tonight, mate?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to tonight. It should be an interesting race. Quite a interesting round 4. So now we've got round 5 and the points. Halfway mark of the season, and these guys are playing for keeps.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very good. Wonder if we'll have any more SR10s back in there tonight, or is it just going to be having the one from the Fishy Boys there tonight?
Well,
I did see him.
That would be interesting to see who comes out in which car. Because it is the free series here at SRW, so everyone's more than welcome to jump in mid-season and have a race. And the SR10, I did some laps around here, and it was a bloody beast to drive. And it was very hard to get a hold of without it locking up and going straight, especially at the double right-hander, as we see David at now.
Most definitely, it's going to be definitely a very difficult track to navigate around. It'll be one of those tracks that'll be people will either love or hate. Do you think?
Yeah, that's right. It's one of, I wouldn't say I like it, but I don't love it, but I don't hate it. It's just a track that it's fun, very hard to pass, and I think these guys with the draft, it's going to be interesting to see how quick they are. We know how good Scotty, the G Callahan is going to be.
Oh yeah.
If Scotty Rankin can come back as well at that.
Yeah, Mr. Scotty Callahan, our round and series sponsor for the Radicals as well. He was driving force behind getting this series to stick around and still be part of it. We were going to get rid of it and just have the SR10s, or maybe no Radicals at all. But he was but the driving force behind Save the Radicals. So great to have him out there, and great to have him as the sponsor as well.
Yeah, that's right. He was definitely pushing to keep the series alive, and he's when we had a few SR10s in that round 1 session, and he was pushing it to them, and I think he got third in that race as well, and just said, "Hey, look, I'm fast on these cars. I want to race them," and he loves the work. He compliments us every week with his Roshi car, and he's always great to see out there racing.
It's great, yeah, most definitely, especially having the guys of this caliber, and we saw probably our top 5 actually. In our series now, you always see them, especially with those reverse grids and things like that. You see these guys really in different series as well, just slot themselves through the pack. So it's great to see some really smooth overtakes and some great driving from our entire field actually.
Well, that's exactly right. Yeah. So we got only, as you said, a small field. The track temperature is only 19 degrees. And it's a bit of a sunset night, so a nice cold track, lots of grip. For qualifying, it's a 15-minute qualifying. Then we go into a 14-lap race, or 20 minutes. Possible safety car with these kind of cars, and then we've got a 5-minute warm-up in between, and then into a top 10 reverted race with 27 laps. So you're looking forward to that? That's what I reckon. The top 10 inverted. That's where we see all the action. So I'm looking forward to that race.
Yeah, that's super cool. That's when you see a lot of the battles, but we do see some pretty close battles in these Radicals anyway. But yeah, especially when you see
Adam going off there, mowing the lawn and hitting the wall pretty hard in the Fishy Motorsport car. And he is P1 at the moment with that, and he's going to be quite disappointed after that, because it takes a while to warm these tyres up and get the grip.
Most definitely, and you need to keep the revs up in that car as well, in the SR10. Really need to keep. That's why you might see some more mistakes on this track. In the SR10s, because you really do need to keep those revs up so you can keep that turbo spooling as well.
As we see David now coming across the line, is he going to improve on his 12.1? He crosses this line, does an 11.3 and goes to the top of the times. Just in front is Scotty G. So a nice lap from David there.
And we know that Dave Uncle loves these cars. He's been driving these for over 10 years, so I'm sure he's very, very happy that they're stuck around for season 3 as well.
Yeah, it's good to see a new face in here too. I think Nathan and Jay Allen, he's a new face to this series, so it's going to be interesting to see where he can, how fast is he? He's done a 12.3 in practice, so he's thereabouts in pace, and as the race progresses, definitely a guy to keep an eye out on.
Most definitely. We know We know Nathan Verney to be one of those guys that likes to pick his way through the field as well, so I think he might be one to watch.
Well, he's sitting in P6 at the moment with the 12.884, which is not a bad time, but he's just done a 13.1. So he's been a bit consistent, maybe a mistake on the last lap.
Cowie there.
Cow, the more than average sim racer.
Yep.
In his purple Toyo Sims car here. He's sitting in 8th at the moment, so he's new to the Radicals, I think, again this season. He raced them in season 1, I think, of SRW, and he's, you know, back again to have a crack and sitting in P9 at the moment. So he's done a 13.5 last lap. As I said, it takes a few laps to warm these tyres up. In practice, he did a 12.3, so if he can, you know, beat that time, I think he'll be pretty happy with that. And not spin out like he normally does, because he's done that a lot the last few weeks.
And as we know, it's what I found in trying to do some races in these cars in the past and stuff. Well, under pressure, these things are very easy to make mistakes in or lock up. So I wouldn't hold in or get a bit too overzealous on the throttle when you're on corner exit, when you're getting a bit more confident in a car. As we'd say, these cars definitely make you tend to make you complacent about 3/4 through the race. So we'll watch for that.
And I'm quite interested to see what the fuel level is like too. For maybe race 2, we might see a safety car coming to play with a save fuel and have to pit stop. I'm not sure. As we see Scotty Radagon Rankin doing 11.3 out there, crosses his line in the SRW Motorsport car, so a good lap time from him, and he's got a car behind him using his toe.
And that's Dave Unger. That's not somebody you want to be having using your toe behind you, especially when Dave Unger's about 3/10 faster than your best lap at the moment. So, woo.
So we see Scotty G now done a 10.9. So Scotty's starting to push. Scotty Callahan, that is, getting those laps down. So a nice lap time from him.
Mashing into underneath the one. Wow, Shivy's just said back here that he did a 10.1 in practice. So, so he's definitely got a bit more pace in him.
Yeah, he's definitely, once you burn that fuel off and get the tyres warmed up, we're only about halfway through. These guys are on their 5th lap out of 13. And I think Scotty's going to go in the pit lane, but...
Had 2 purple sectors that look like they're Scotty as well. Wow, come on. We just had Bradley Wall into the room also, which is quite good. So we've got 11 guys, it seems like, in a race tonight, guys. So 11, 12, possibly. Mr. Steven Ziegovich as well. Yep. Thank you.
As we got Adam Simpson now in P2 with the 11 flat, and he's in the Fishy Motorsport car pushing on. So these guys are starting to really get a flow in the top 3. Those times, you know, I think there's a little bit of a hair between those lap times there.
That's definitely.
So I'm hoping Scotty Rankin, that is, as well, pushes up and gets that little gap closer, as we see Cowie now in P5 with a nice lap. But I'm seeing the timing sheets light up with purple because these boys are still pushing on. And
now we're coming into optimum tyre windows, eh?
That's right. That time is just going to keep running down as that fuel drops.
Fantastic. Just try and bring up some of these the stream chat also.
Yes, hello to all our viewers that are here tonight on our round 5 Radicals, and then as always we've got the Porsches up next, which are also just as exciting. I think they're at Fuji tonight, so it's a track I raced out last night, and it was a very difficult track for me to learn and race, but I'm looking forward to seeing those Porsches go around there.
Oh, most definitely. It's going to be very hairy, I think, in those Porsches. They're very interesting. They're very tail happy, so it will be very interesting to see if we get lots of safety cars or whether everyone's just a bit patient and just there might be a bit of fuel savings, so you never know. People might be a bit more patient.
I might be driving the safety car tonight around, so in the Porsches, which is I'm glad I know the track now, because if you told me I had to do it today without knowing the track, because I only bought it yesterday, I would have told you, no, I'm not driving the safety car.
100%. But thankfully, that thing's pretty easy to drive, isn't it? So.
Well, yeah. Once you get the hang of the track, it's a pretty easy layout to learn. The big front straight was awesome, and I can't wait to see as I said, the Porsches go around there again, and hopefully Doddsy, my teammate, can put a show on.
Most definitely. Most definitely. I'm sure he will. He's definitely showed some class last night with his great finish last night. So very well done to both of you last night.
Look at Sinkovic is here tonight. So it's good to see Stephen out here I think he's in the 10. Is that the 10?
Oh, look at that. So we got 2 SR10s out there tonight. So far, Mr. Bradley Wall, is he out in an SR8? Yep. And Cameron Edwards has just jumped in the room out as also. So he's pretty quick in those SR8s. So he's one to watch also. Woo, got game on tonight now.
That's right. And as we see, Adam Simpson now go to the top of the times with a 10.866. And then Scotty behind has just gone to the top. That's a spoke. He's done a 10.848. So these times, there's nothing in it.
This is awesome, man. I think this is the closest we've seen the SR8s and SR10s on this track so far.
Yeah, it's one of those tracks. It's a short track, but full of commitment. And if you get the top of the hill right all the way down and, use all the track, as we see Scotty use all the track here as we're on board, and he's going to really dip in, kiss the curb. As he stick weight up, he's going to run in and kiss the curb. And the braking for this corner is absolutely important, because if you don't get on the throttle straight away, you're going to have the worst run down this big, long straight. And as Scotty goes a bit too much on the power and rotates.
Oh, thanks. So world record time for this track in these cars in SR8 is a 1:10.5, guys. 0.5. So Scotty Callahan beat that by 4/10 in practice.
So yeah, that's going to be good, especially with the cool track conditions, pushing and getting those lap records. It makes it almost too easy. But of course, you still got to drive the lap and commit 100%.
Well, most definitely you do. And we know around this track, it's the consequences of 100% commitment if you get one little thing wrong. As we just saw, Scotty Callahan, the caliber of Scotty Callahan, but especially in his cars, one little wrong move, a little bit too much grass, a bit too much dirt, or a bit too much throttle, or too much brake coming into the corner.
Oh, look at that. Railgun's up there now as well. He's finally found those 3/10s we're looking for, and he's jumped up into P3, so not a bad lap time from Scotty there. But one of our viewers has said, John, safety car prediction, he predicts 2 safety cars tonight. What do you reckon?
Oh, I think he might have nailed that. I'll agree with him actually too.
Yeah, I'm thinking 2 as well, 1 in each race. Maybe 1 in the first, or possibly, it's hard to say. So it's always going to happen on lap 1. In turn 1 of this track with some fast cars, it's going to be awesome, especially with these cars. You've got cold tyres and you could get the wheel spin and flip around. But yeah, I'm saying 2, 1 in each race.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think we'll see too many. Because I think these guys will kind of work it out in practice and qualifying now, and then kind of take it a bit more easier, I think. These guys will be very aware that they have cold tyres for their first few races, especially around here. Very easy to make mistakes on cold tyres, so let's go, son.
Yeah, we can see now a few drivers have retired to the pit lane, and that might be calling their night. So Scotty at the moment is sitting in P1, is in the pit lane and will not be returning to the track. And I think Adam Singleton, Scotty and David are all still out in track. So yeah, it's a very tight top 4.
Oh yes, most definitely. But Cameron Edwards has come in with 4 minutes of qualifying to left. And Cameron Edwards, we know that he can battle with Scotty Callahan.
Yeah. So this is his last lap as well. Because as soon as he crosses the line with 1 minute to go, I don't think he's going to get another lap in. So this will be his last lap. Because as soon as we hit the 15 mark, all tracks will return to pit lane. All cars, sorry, will return to pit lane.
Can he do it?
Oh, P5.
Pretty close for him to it. Oh.
So he's going to start from P5 unless anybody else can. No one else is going to jump him because everyone's just crossed the line. So I think that's going to be our starting grid there, because I don't think we have any other drivers towards the end of the back end of the track.
Oh, Mr. Sinkovic just taking it easy at the back there. Hasn't set a time yet. He might just be wanting to start from the back and take his time through the field.
And Scotty Rankin just crossed the line. He did not improve on his fastest lap, so we got 8 seconds to go, and I think that's the end of qualifying.
Wow, these guys are quick tonight, man. Wow, look at that. Only got, 3/10 separating the top 5.
Yeah, and then we got that back into that top 4 there. It's quite intense. So we can see there, Scotty G, Callahan, our pole sitter. So congratulations to him. Also as we said, the man who brought this series back. So well done, Scotty, on your pole position there.
Yeah, very well done. Very well done. We've got Adam Simpson there in 2nd place, David Unger in 3rd, Scotty Rankin in 4th, and Nathan Verney in 5th. What a top 5, mate. Come on. Wowee. Timothy Schmellenberg this week's done very well to get up into 6th place, so hopefully he can hold on to that. Cowie in 7th place. Really well done. Nathan Allen there in 8th place with Velocity SimLab. Wayne Edwards, we saw a great drive from him last night. And Cameron Edwards we got there as well. Nick Schmellenberg, Bradley Wall in 12th.
Yeah, so we got a good field here. We got Stefan and Jamie Dyke, our 2 race controllers here tonight. So a big shout out to those boys. We might not see the safety car, but we might see, hoping for one. But for your predictions, who do you think's got this race in the bag?
I don't know. You can't go past Scotty Callahan, can you? But I think there's going to be a big battle between Cameron Edwards and Scotty Callahan here, along with Adam Simpson and Dave Unger. It could be anyone's. I think probably Scotty Callahan, but if it's not going to be Scotty Callahan, it'll definitely be Dave Unger.
Yeah, I'm going to go the wild and say Scotty Rankin, the underdog. He's shown us that he can drive these cars when he really pushes. So I reckon those guys up front might have a good battle and a tussle, and he might be the big underdog to sweep through and get the victory in race 1.
I see. They might not expect him to be there as well. They might be just battling away, and then he just profits at the end. I see what you mean. I get you. And he's got the pace. He's definitely got the pace to tussle with these guys. So.
Yep, and then that draft as well. I think that draft's going to be really strong down that back straight as we get ready for these lights. And I'll hand the microphone over to you for this awesome start.
Thank you very much, mate. Look at the SR10 of Adam Simpson on screen there. Here we go. Coming up to our red lights, guys. Here we go. 5 reds. We're on greens. Green light for the start of the SRWs. DSL Welding Services. Radicals Porsche Super Show tonight. This is our Radicals SR8s versus SR10s. We've got Scotty Callahan with a great burst out into the front. Adam Simpson dropping down there into 3rd place. Dave Unger with a great start, getting a launch on him. But now we see Scotty Rankin breathing down the back of his neck, along with Timothy Schmellenberg, trying to profit off that. Nathan Verney's dropped down 1 place, and now Adam Simpson is down 3 places from his starting grid. Oof. He's just trying to tussle and just trying to make sure that he keeps along with these guys. But Scotty Rankin with a great start already, up into 3rd place into the podium.
Oh, we got a car around in the background there, but we're going to see this 10, burst down with its turbo speed and go down the straight. And it was a pretty clean start, apart from the 2 spinners. I think we had a car off earlier, and I think that was Brad as well. So Sinkovic as well was an early spinner.
Ooh, that was. I thought we might have seen a bit more carnage on the start there, but we saw some great launches from people, and then 2 spinners. So, come in spinner.
Yeah, so you see that 10 get past the 8 of Scott Rankin there. So you can just see the straight line speed is really powerful, especially with that big back straight. But let's see the downforce here if Scotty can get back in the middle section.
Do you think it's one of those things that it's probably a good place to be behind the SR10 on this track, especially down that back straight for street? Do you think it'll be noticeably different behind the SR10 versus SR8? Or?
Yeah, I think you want to really be behind the 10 because he will be, you're never going to catch him down the straight. He's just going to draft you the entire way down as long as you can, stay on his rear. As we see Cowie, he's sitting on the back of the tail and he's using a lot of that curb like you would in a supercar and, sitting behind. So, yeah, I'd rather be behind the 10 and pushing on because you're going to be able to really attack them in the middle.
Yeah. And as we see, Cameron Edwards is up 4 positions from the starting position as well now. So, as I was saying, he's one to watch. So he's on the hunt for these top guys, but he's going to be hard to catch Scotty Callahan.
As we see already, these boys, you know, just filing into the single file. It's a very tough track to pass, but if you make the mistake as a driver, you know, you run wide, and the next car, as we see here, already going to go down the inside of turn 1.
Oh, beautiful move. Is he going to be able to
Too
make
wide.
this big?
Oh, look
yeah,
at that.
Nathan Verney looks like he's just gotten off the gas there a little bit.
Yeah, that's great driving there. There's this too wide action through turn 1, and respect for both drivers is, as we've seen a lot over the last few races in SRW, you know, driving the racecraft here is awesome. Like, everyone's giving each other plenty of room. They're banging doors in TCR and you know, banging doors in this race, even though they don't really have doors.
Yeah, banging fiberglass.
That's right.
But it is, and you can definitely... Oh, Scotty Rankin with a bit of a moment there. An SRW car. He's just locked it up. Coming into...
he would get on that draft and he's going to really catch back up here, I think, because, yeah, he got a really poor exit onto the back straight. So he's already sitting in the tow, and look at that gap just slowly closing here. Is he going to get it down the inside of the 282 car? No, he sits out and holds.
And Cameron Edwards with a great drive so far, absolutely pushing on. And back to these guys' racecraft as well.
Oh, look at this.
Just such close racing. And you can tell that these guys, you know, a lot of these guys have been racing a couple of seasons together now. So you can definitely tell these guys love racing, not only love racing against each other, kind of know each other's driving styles as well. So it makes it so much more close, and as you can see.
Yeah, that's right. And if you don't trust the car this next year, sometimes you end up in a big incident, as the boys are giving each other plenty of room there, and, you know, not doing anything silly, and, you know, just having a good race. And, you know, even though Scotty dropped down a few spots, he knew to just be patient. He made the mistake, and Scotty will come back and fight and get back up the top.
Most definitely. Well, he's just biding his time. You can see he's just trying to find where the gaps are. If he bides his time right, he might be able to take both of these guys, Scotty.
Oh, he's definitely... that would have been a heart in the mouth.
Oh, wow. Hopefully he doesn't have too much damage from that one.
Yeah, that was a heart in the mouth moment. He definitely saw that happening. He pulled out of the way. So we see big wing damage there on the back of Cameron Edwards' car.
But it doesn't look like that front split is too damaged, so he might not notice it too much, but famous last words, eh?
Oh, that's it. And I hear over race control comms that we do have a drive-through penalty for Nicholas the car 8, so car 8 will be going through the pit lane. It's a very short pit lane here, so you don't really lose too much time with the drive-through, but hey, losing 5 seconds or 10 seconds, it still hurts.
Yeah, and at least you're not losing too much tyre temp as well, especially in these cars, having a shorter pit lane. But Dave Unger and Adam Simpson still having a bit of a battle here, so great little battle from them. But Nathan Verney's just had a bit of an off track there as well, it seems. Oh, he's got a big bit of damage on the front. Oh, and that front splitters and that
has he got
right
steering damage?
Suspension. Yeah, it doesn't look right.
But we've got a battle here, three-way battle, and Cowie's really putting on the pressure here on the back of Timothy, and he's just sitting in the draft now. Let's see if Cowie can utilise this car and sit in the right back.
So it seems that through that... So Nathan Allen's had a bit of a moment there at the back there as well, so unfortunate race for him. We've seen some pace from him in a couple of different cars, so... unfortunate night for him, so hopefully he can get back and get on the track and get back into battle.
I must say, riding on this shot, this camera shot is amazing. Like, sitting right above them, you can see the wheel work that these drivers are putting in. Of course, all that information we're seeing on right in front of us is exactly what they're doing at home on their simulators. You know, pushing it left and right and going down the gears. So this is a great shot.
Flipping on the down throttle, down shifts. So,
yeah, this is also the camera shot I made as well, so... No, I'm kidding. Well, Chivy, this is a good camera shot.
Yeah, I got Chivy in the background
for the
saying,
move.
this is my custom camera.
Oh, you're going to spin out?
Oh, big moment.
Cowie
tapped him there. Oh.
Cowie gave him plenty of room there, and I
there.
think he's had a bit of contact because of it. Now we're going to see the move up the inside. Now he's pushed on the outside. And we have seen the outside line down to this corner has been much better.
Oh, is he going to be able to make this stick?
Oh,
it doesn't
got a little bit of damage. The top end has been hurt. That's right, Cameron Edwards is going around the outside. He's got a little bit of wing damage in the rear, and he gets the job done.
It doesn't look like it's affecting him too much, does it? That rear wing. We know that the front splitter definitely affects these cars a lot more than the rear wing being banged up. So
we do see Cowie still there pushing on, so he didn't really get too much damage out of that, and the car still looks nice and straight. He's got a bit of damage on the left side of the car, but looks of it.
yeah, just a bit of scrapage damage though, more than anything, isn't it?
But he might again. He's going to sit behind. Over here, car 8 is now serving his penalty. So Cowie's still putting on the pressure, and again another awesome shot here, right on the tail. So you see Cowie putting that pressure on as he goes down to the inside and gets the job done.
Oh, beautiful.
Now the crisscross is going to be very powerful here on the straight because again, the slipstream is very strong.
Tell you what, Cowie looks very confident around here tonight, so good on you, bro. Push on.
Yep, that's right. If you remember into the round 1 of the Supercars, Cowie actually, also round 2 were here. And Cowie out-qualified his teammate Harry Dodds, and actually ended up getting a very strong result there. And, you know, beating Harry Dodds is, you know, not an easy take in a supercar, and for Cowie to do that, it was very good to see. So he is quite strong at this track.
I see. It's a little bit of a hidden in the hidden bag of tricks, is it?
Well, that's right, and it's a car. Cowie's learning to drive and push the limits through. And once you get comfortable with a car, and he said over the last few weeks, you know, so he gets in the car, he's comfortable with it, but then he tries to push that extra bit, and he loses it. So that's the only thing he needs to get out of his game. So
yeah, exactly. It's hard to do that sometimes, isn't it? So just gonna have a quick look at Nathan Allen's. Thank you to DSL Welding Services for the action replay.
oh, he clips the grass there.
Oh yeah, under brakes too. Oh. Oh. He's already
So he
trying
runs
to
a bit
save
wide,
it.
yeah. So he runs wide, clips on the grass, and then he's using all the track on the right-hand side as well now, as you see him there, and he loses the rear. And then he's just gone, overcorrected it.
Yeah. You can see him downshifting down to flames coming out of the rear, out of the exhaust, just trying to downshift and engine brake while he's full on the brake as well.
There's another car there that went off as well.
Oh,
car
that's
8.
Nick Schmellenberg as well in the back.
Yeah, that's the car that actually had the drive-throughs.
Oh, was it Timothy? Yeah. That was a Nick. Right.
But I do think while watching this replay, I think we had a change for the P2 as well, I think.
Oh.
Adam Simpson's now in 3rd, and Dave Unger has jumped up to P2, so we're going to get this replay up here.
Beautiful. Wow.
Has he made a mistake? Oh, he has made a mistake.
This just missed his braking point there.
He's hit the wall quite hard.
Yeah, the front left suspension there doesn't. Oh, suspension looks fine. It's just a bit of bodywork by the look of it. It was a pretty hard hit though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, and he's just, you know, either went a bit too deep or locked a brake, and he's just, you know, smashed right into that wall, and that's a change for the podium.
Yeah, he's definitely a bit left hand down now, isn't he?
Yeah, that power again, that's going to bring him right back into the game. But we got Scotty G still out in front, leading the way, and he's just pushing out times, and he's got a nice gap to the cars behind.
Absolutely pushing hard. So we'll see him start in 10th for our second race as well. So it's the top 10 inverted for our second race, guys. 27 laps. So it should be very, very cool to see. We'll see Scotty Callahan getting himself back through the pack, I'm sure. See if we can see a repeat of last week. He did the same last week. He won both races last week, so very, very impressive.
Yeah, that's right. And it's going to be, as you said, top 10 inverted grid. And there's a pace difference between some of these guys, you know, gives them the chance to race at the front and, you know, really take it to the leaders that they're coming behind. And a lot of them might not have the lap pace, but have the racecraft to defend. So I'm looking forward, as I said, to seeing that in the race too.
Most definitely, yeah. We'll definitely see some elbows out, second race. I think a highlight for me is always, Cowie's always a really, really bulldog defender, which is quite good to see. But all these guys are quite good as well. I think another standout for me is Scotty Rankin. He's good at getting his old elbows out if he needs to defend. So it'll be very, very, it'll be very interesting to see these top guys. With Scotty Callahan just behind people like Dave Unger and Adam Simpson and Scotty Rankin, Cameron Edwards. See those guys defend the hell out of as much as they can. See if they work together to defend Scotty against Scotty Callahan as well.
We've seen now Scotty as well putting the pressure on Adam because he's made the mistake and hit that wall. And Scotty said, well, I'll be the sneaky and get into that P3. It is only race 1, but a podium's a podium in a race.
Most definitely. And you can definitely tell Scotty Raganese that I want to be under that rear wing so we can go, when we go down that back straight, I want to get all the benefit of that SR10's dual turbos, EcoBoost engine.
Yeah, we see Scotty actually got a really good run there, but that gap, I'm not sure if it will open up. Yeah, it's opening up now. As you can see, the difference in the horsepower and the turbo
crazy.
Down the straight.
That's just them spooling up, hey, that's crazy.
But then he calls it back in the corners. So he's done a good job there. Scotty's using all the curves quite well there. Pushing quite hard.
Oh, Scotty's just blinked out there a bit. Oh.
Yep. Thanos did a click of his finger and we lost Scotty for a second there, but now he's back. He's going around the outside.
Here, there. Oh, maybe he's just teleported another, couple of tenths ahead.
I thought he's ran a bit wide there, but he was pushing the limits.
Oh, here we go. He's definitely, Adam Simpson definitely looks like he's worried. Oh, Look at this for a move.
And that again, that 4-cylinder engine, just get that turbo boost and off it goes. But Scotty's not letting him go. He's sitting right there.
Crazy how much he catches up. Scotty catches up in the corners, and then you can see exactly when those turbos kick in. Boom! Right now.
Yep, and off he goes. So it's one of those cars that you have to really push in the midsection, and this is Scotty. And then as soon as you get past, you kind of got to break that draft, that toe, and clear the gap so this car doesn't slingshot away. Because watch how much Scotty gets him all through this sector here.
Crazy, isn't it? It seems to hold power a lot better, our speed through mid-corner a lot better, the SR8. Would I be wrong in saying that, or?
Well, yeah, Scotty's just proven it, and he's right back on the tail after, it was probably up to a second gap. So he's really tightened in. He's got a much better grip. Of course, the car in front has a little bit of damage, but that power is kind of balancing it out. So it's good to see great racing.
Absolutely.
Scotty going to make the move down here. I reckon the door's going to be shut. Trying to crisscross. He's got the better drive, but then the power is just going to kick back in for him, and he's just going to push away.
Oh, this must be so frustrating for Scotty Rankin right now. Every time he tries to get a run on him, those turbos kick in, he just gets away from him, and just that little bit. And he's definitely we got who's that? Timothy Schmellenberg at the back, on the back of them there, but I think that's not for position, I believe. So because Cameron Edwards is behind him, so yeah. But definitely trying to use that draft anyway.
So 0.6 of a second, and we're on the white flag as well. So Scotty's got to get this job done now for the podium.
14-second gap from Scotty Racken. That's craziness.
All right, come on, Scotty. The podium's on, mate. Get the job done. But again, he's got to hold it down that back straight if he gets the pass.
He's see, that's the thing.
Spot. Whoa, that was, how you doing? Yep, we know you're there, Scotty. Thanks for saying hello to the camera.
Thank you. I was surprised that he didn't give us a cheeky little flash of the lights there, but oh, look at that, straight up. Ooh.
Oh, that was a crazy camera shot. He was really there.
Yeah.
I think that's going to cost a bit of money to replace.
Yeah.
I'm glad Shibi's paying for that, so it's not my camera, that one, so that's good. But I think it's done for Scotty unless he can really sit on the back. He's got a really good run, and he's got to really get him in the last bit of chicanes up here.
Is he going to be able to make it stick?
Yep, and there goes the 10. Oh, he's going to have one crack, I reckon. Scotty won't go out without a fight.
Most definitely. He's gonna go full send, and if if it doesn't go his way, it's
not too far back.
Yeah.
He's going to send it though. Congratulations to Scotty and David and Adam sit on that podium. That was a good race, as we see a beautiful drift there
from Bradley Wall there. It's beautiful, doing a bit of a drift there. I'm kind of liking that livery actually. It's kind of cool. Bradley Wall, but it's Mr. Scotty Callahan, our our round sponsor and our race winner, race 1 for round 5 tonight, our race winner tonight. So, absolute legend.
Yeah, well
What
done
a
to Scotty.
drive.
He's a great driver. He pulled a nice gap to the cars behind, and they couldn't just stick with him. I think the mistake that Adam made as well kind of cost him a little bit, of course. So we got the 5-minute warm-up next, and then we're into it all over again with a 27-lap race, which is inverted top 10. So let's go.
Yeah, that's gonna be super good. I think that little earlier battle between sort of Dave Hunger, Adam Simpson, and Scotty Rankin, I think that's what really gave Scotty Callahan a chance to really jump the field and get that 5-second gap, you know?
I'm surprised these cars have made it this far around. I thought we would have had all cars across the line, unless we've still got one car on track, Shippy.
That would be us.
So yeah, so we heard on the radio one more car to pass. And then as soon as that jump, like just then, it's jumped straight into the warm-up. So there's our results from the Heat 1 results. So Scotty G. Callahan, we're getting privateer. He races for, I think, himself, but as he says, he's always happy just to be racing these radicals. So congratulations to him.
Yeah, brilliant work from him tonight. Dave Unger with that great battle with a little bit of an early battle and then got ahead of those guys. Got out of the trouble there, Dave Unger, to secure that second place with Adam Simpson and Scotty Reagan having that awesome battle. Bit disappointing Scotty couldn't get it at the end there, hey?
Yeah, he was definitely pushing, so it's going to be interesting to see what he does in front now, because he does have that advantage in front of Adam in the next race. So be interesting to see how he can do when he's past the car, but you're going to see Adam without damage this time as well. So let's bring on the carnage.
And Cameron Edwards, he started up in 10th. He started down in 10th place, and he's already up. He finished in 5th place, so he'll be starting back in 5th place again.
That's right. So he was, a late comer. He didn't do quali. He did one flying lap in qualifying. So he's, for our second race, he said starting 5th, and then we got Cowie. He'll be in 4th. So be good to see where Cowie starts and how his start is compared to the other guys around him. But when you finish in 6th, it's kind of a bummer because you're like, you don't really gain much out of the reverse top 10. And it's even worse if you're starting from 5th or you finish 5th because you're just going nowhere. So you don't really gain anything. But you don't lose anything either, which is kind of good.
Yeah, but it's kind of like you have to deal with the mid-pack and then deal with the mid-pack again, just for more laps, don't you? Yeah.
Yep, and you got to get that start nice and perfect. So it was a pretty close race. Well, I was wrong for my safety car prediction. So maybe we might see a catch-up of 2 in the second one. I ain't going to change it because I've already lost my bet.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see. We got 2 and a bit minutes to go in this.
That's a very cool lightning-looking livery there. Warning early breaker. I like that. That's great. Mr. Wayne Edwards having a great little drive out there. He looks like he's having fun out there. He's still been in the top 10s and stuff, but he's had some mixed races out there last couple of weeks. So I think he's just getting this car underneath him and happy to be on track, and we're happy to have you too. So
that's right. He's in there now as well in the warm-up, just doing what it's there for, to warm up and get ready for this next race. But I'll be right back, and I'll leave you in the hands of Toddy here.
Fantastic. Sounds good. So, everybody. Oh, fantastic. We're just sorting points at the moment in the background. Mr. Shippy Howard. So we can look at for the round winner. But we do have Scotty Callahan winning our first race there. And then at the end, we'll get everybody in for their interviews also, as we do, as is tradition. But Scotty Rankin, it's going to be very, very interesting for this race. Scotty Rankin is in front of Adam Simpson. So having Adam Simpson there, I think Scotty Callahan's definitely going to have to lift his elbows out and be really mindful about defending, because Adam Simpson with the turbos and then Ego Boost SR10 is going to be definitely one to watch out for. Very good. So we got one. So we've got Nick Schmallenberg on track here. And I'm going to take the opportunity also, guys. Big shout out to all our viewers out there in viewer land. Thank you very much for coming to visit us and watch us on our Facebook channel and our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button, hit that notification bell so you can keep up to date with everything that's going on with our awesome series throughout the week and all our different, not only super shows, but different series throughout the week. So after this race, we shall be going to our GT3 Porsche Cup cars. So they'll be very interesting also. Big shout out to Pagnian Imports Simulations, our stream sponsor, our series sponsor DSL Welding Services, our round sponsor Scotty Callahan Racing, and also our safety car promo department. Thank you very much for all your hard work, and also all the legends behind the scenes at SRW TV. Legendary. So thank you very much, everybody. It takes a lot of hands and a lot of hours to organize all this and bring it to you guys so you can watch it. So yeah, thank you very much.
That's exactly right. And especially a big shout out to our race controllers, because we wouldn't be here without them either. Adjudicating things.
Most definitely, and the most unenvious job in all of motorsport, I'm sure.
The best job.
I don't envy your job, to be honest. Sitting there, I wouldn't mind having a bit of a drive around in the safety car, but I think that'd be the funnest part about it, wouldn't it?
It is. It's a good fun driving the safety car. So I come from a refereeing association world, so doing this kind of stuff, it's good fun.
I'll leave you to the grid, mate.
So starting off the start is Nathan. We've got two Nathans off the front row. So Nathan Allen, Nathan Verney, and then Wayne Edwards in third. Timothy Edwards in P3. I think his name's just disappeared there. Andrew Cowan in P5. So we must have had a penalty for Cowan to be P5 in that race. So that's interesting. And Cameron Edwards, Scotty Rankin, Adam Simpson, David Ungar, and Scotty G on the top 10. As we get the lights on, we can see a car already on the front row. So we've got his wheels spinning, and off we go. Let's see how these boys at the back can push through the field. As you see Stefan, Stephen at the back there for SRW. His red car. It's a pretty clean start through turn 1. We go up to the top of the hill. We go too wide.
Definitely a very, very nice little start. Yeah, everyone's been very, very respectful and mindful. Didn't see too much wheel spin off the line as well. So these guys are definitely getting their wheels underneath. I think it helps having that little bit of a sprint race at the start as well, and then inverting it for a longer race for the second one. Then we get a bit more confident.
Oh, Cowie's down the inside there, and he's got a really good run, and he's up to now P4. We did see as well that Scotty Rankin has dropped 2 spots, and Adam Simpson as well has dropped 2 spots. So those boys are already on the charge.
Yeah, and these guys very, very respectful as they made those passes also, but. Definitely, yeah. We've got our 3rd, 4th, and 5th all up 1 position each, and then Dave Ungar, with a beautiful move around the outside.
Yeah, I think the car in front was using his brake a bit too much there, and he's just gone around the outside, but that line has looked a lot grippier for those cars today.
It has, hey. We've seen quite a few moves around there. And as we know, it's quite a cold track tonight, so these guys have got heaps and heaps of grip. So we shouldn't see too much tyre wear on these either. Do you reckon, or we'll see lots?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be hard to tell, but as we've seen, a few cars already taking that advantage. So once those tyres come up to temp and you've got all the grip, as we heard, I think car 8's been involved in this.
So Wayne Edwards! Well, hey, that was missing of a brake marker, I thought. I think it was too much concentrating on what was going on around him. And that's, that's an easy mistake to make.
I hope the car's got rolling again, because it's a bit of a shame to see cars go spinning off a bit early. And I think he's returned back to the pit lane, so it's a bit of a shame. As we see the top 3 here in a really tight scuffle, and still leading the pack is Nathan Allen. So he's got a car, the locked-on car, he's got him locked on his sights, and just pulled back there, as you saw.
And we know Nathan Verney's got some serious pace in a lot of different cars, so he's one to definitely watch. If Nathan Verney can get in front of Nathan Allen, We've got a few. We've got two Nathans, and then we've got the two Nathans battling, and we've got the two Scotties battling right now. And we've got first and second and seventh and eighth.
Yeah, and then Cowie just slips in between there in P4, so it's going to be an interesting race. As we said, car run wide into turn 1. I think he come back on the clean there. So we've got action everywhere. So with Cameron Edwards, I'm here. He's going to be ran wide, and we've got a car in pit lane as well. So
well, that's Wayne Edwards, so he has entered pit lane. So he's come off track twice there. So I think he's had a bit of damage that first time, tried to limp it back to the pits, and hasn't been able to. So he's had a lot of trouble limping it back to the pits, I should say.
yeah, I agree. I think that's, you know, sometimes you hit the wall and you get a bit of damage, but Cowie is right on the rear bumper and really putting the pressure on. But all these cars, again, are going to utilise this toe in this draft to get past. So if Cowie can make this move that early and really put another car between him and get him on the podium and just keep pushing forward.
Well, he's definitely got him under brakes into those corners. He's a lot more confident on the inside line, I think. So I think. Ready with a big
leader as well.
So it's our leader, our two Nathans, our first and second place at the moment. Both had a big moment. They've both spun off. I don't think there was any contact there. I think they just both made the silly mistake there, maybe. But look at that.
Yeah, we'll get a replay of that, of course, once we can. But again, now the leader, as we swoop to Cowie up to second after that incident. So now he's fighting for the race lead.
Hey, so we knew that.
Look who's that Watch Me car coming through.
Scotty Callahan just absolutely sliding in front of Dave Under there. Absolutely putting heaps of pressure on the back of Cam Edwards. But then we've got Dave Under behind him as well, just pushing.
Oh no, Cowie has not got past the different car. Sorry. Yeah, he's really putting, as we see, right on board now with Scotty. And he's pushing putting the pressure on, getting through these guys. He's up 6 spots, and we're only on lap 4.
Yeah, you can definitely tell these guys are pushing very, very hard. We've seen Cam Edwards just in front there of Scotty Callahan make a little bit of a mistake, go pretty wide earlier. Didn't seem to lose that much time because he's going out on the outside with his very grippy line today.
Yeah, so again, the car seemed to have more grip on that far side, on that left side. So maybe because they can throw it in the speed. Because I know the supercar likes to hug the curb on the right side, but these cars, because of maybe the downforce, kind of really helps them, you know, utilise the speed there. And you know, I haven't driven the cars around this track before. I did do testing, but not enough to confirm that I would use the dirty line.
Yeah. Well, we've got this battle. This battle of Dave Unger and Scotty Callahan, Cam Edwards with his top 4 has really... And yeah, Scotty Rankin has heavily pushed Scotty Rankin onto the back of him. And...
Cowie's in the fence.
Oh, Cam Edwards in the fence as well. Cowie and Cam Edwards.
Flipping.
Wow, we've got 3 people up in the fence as well.
Is Cowie still flipped?
Oh, he's back on his wheels, Cowie there, but he is definitely worse for wear.
Heavily damaged.
Wow, lucky he's got that hoot. Oh no, this is me on YouTube chat say, let's
commentator's curse.
Oh, commentator's curse.
Going to say it's the Dodds curse. So, yeah. Unlucky to get there. We'll try and pull up the replay of both incidents, so the one at the last corner and the one just there.
It looks like Cowie's had that bit of a moment, and then Cam Edwards has been distracted by it off or shot off into the fence also.
So Dodds sent his message and then he's retracted his message, so...
Oh no.
That's right, Dodds, we saw you put it there, mate. It's too late.
I saw you put it there before he did it. It happened before he did it, so yeah. Because it would look pretty bad if it was after.
It would.
Oh, fantastic. It's Scotty Rankin up into 3rd place now and Scotty Callahan up into 1st.
Yes, up 9 spots, so these guys are going to really have to use each other, not battle each other like they did last race, and try to work as a team. And if there's a possible safety car as well, you know, who's going to take the gamble again? Tyres? I don't think Tyres are going to play. What do you think?
No, I don't think they're going to play too much. Not at all.
And
So, guys, we'll go to the two Nathan's incident earlier as a replay, and then we'll go to Cowie's incident after that, and Cameron.
And we just heard over race control. Nathan Verney has got a drive-through penalty, so we'll get that replay up. And this is the incident why he's got the drive-through penalty.
Thank you to DSL Welding Services for the extra replay. So, he's got a bit of curve on the inside there. Oh, Nathan Allen, is he just broken too much early, or is it just... Nah, Nathan Verney's missed his breaking point there by a bit, I think.
Yeah, so I agree. I think they're both, hard pushing and maybe not expecting the break there, but you still got to give that racing room as well, expecting the car. It's not like a real road where you're going to give the cars width, but just straight in the back of him. Just a bit unlucky.
Nathan Verney got a little bit more inside curb as well. Like maybe might not have had as much control on that car. So, that's an instance. He's got to drive through for that one. And then this is the one between Cam Edwards and Andrew Cowan will be the next replay once we go to it as well.
Yeah, you're right, Johnny. Dave is doing quite well after being off the sim. He's come back. He's sitting in 5th position at the moment and trucking along quite nicely. Lap 8 in this race. We
hope Dave Unger had a great holiday as well.
And here's the incident between the performance sim racing car.
Oh. He looks like he's got a bit of extra. He's got a lot of curb on the inside there. Oh, he's clipped there. He does have, yeah. He's got a lot of curb. It's just a little tappy.
Yeah, can we get another angle of that one? Can we get a on board of Cowie?
Wow. Imagine if you're in VR right now.
Yeah, Cowie's point of view, like, the side-by-side here, Cowie's taken the early turn in to try and grab that curb like he's been doing the last few races. Yeah. Hits the curb.
Yeah, it's just sucked him out, hasn't it? Oh.
Yeah, that's right. I think that's going to be no further action. It's a pretty hard one. But
it is,
that's just good racing there. And it just come a bit unlucky for both drivers. Side-by-side action.
Yep.
Cowie's just drive through just then. And this is Luke Live. Cowie just drove through with a fresh car.
And Cam Edwards has ended up back in the fence again. It's just as we speak. So curse of the commentator there.
Right, curse of the replay.
Yeah, curse of the replay coming back again. We're Brad Wool having a bit of a better one tonight in this race, up in the 4th place, mate. Come on, up 7 spots, Brad Wool. He's been very, very patient. He did start a lot further up in the start of the field tonight with the second race.
As I said, it takes a few laps to take and get the warm up. We're used to these cars and the tyre, and now this car should be in a prime position. As we said, he's up 7 spots, and he's pushing along.
And then we got Dave Unger on the hunt. And you see Dave Unger is not too far behind his board either, so I'm sure he'll bridge that gap very, very quickly. He's almost in that slipstream range. He'll be in there very, very soon, so Dave Unger might be able to benefit from this. Not quite. Interesting to see. Is there still working their way through the field? Steven Sinkovic up into 7th place. Great drive from him. Staying out of the melee and the trouble. Brad Wool having this fat battle here with Timothy Schmellenberg from JWM Motorsport. Sorry, JWME Motorsport. Pardon? Oh, I've just been told by Nathan Shibby Howard in the background, it is Nick Schmellenberg's birthday today, so big shout out and happy birthday to Nick Schmellenberg.
Yes, definitely happy birthday, mate, and nothing better than having a birthday on a race day.
Oh, mate, definitely having a good battle on your birthday. Maybe they'll probably have some birthday shenanigans afterwards once the serious racing finishes. Oh, Adam Simpson's had a bit of a moment at the back here. By the look of it, had a bit of an off track, bit of a crash. It seems. Seems like he's jumped the pits. He's in there for 9 seconds, but then it seems he's had a moment. possibly come out of the pits and on cold tyres. So, who knows?
Well, this is a great battle here, so we might try and stay on board for a lap and take everyone around this beautiful track of Canada. As we see, a bit too early there.
Oh,
Has he locked the rear? I think he locked the rear there. The car just rotated through the back end and it just around he went. I hope he kept it off the fence.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of locked it, but then it was under lock. He hit the grass also, which kind of spun him around very quickly. So Mr. Nick Schmellenberg is probably there, up in 10th place on his birthday. He's moved up 2 places from 12th place, so hopefully he can stay in the top 10 for his birthday. That'd be quite cool. Cameron Edwards having a great drive here. He's had a bit of an earlier moment. He just ended up in a fence earlier, and we had some very close racing between himself and Cowie. So these guys are back on track, reassuming the battle again.
Yeah, as I called out, a bit of a shame for Cowie. The incident between him on that 5 has been deemed a racing incident by race control, and I thought as much when I saw it live. It was, just hard racing, and it's just been unlucky there, Cowie.
Yeah, Cameron Edwards trying to make that move on that outside line again. Is he going to be able to make it? It doesn't look like that rear wing damage of Cameron Edwards is bothering him too much. But it seems that Cowie's got a little bit of damage, a little bit of scraping on the front of his car, but nothing too serious.
Yeah, and he might have been your eyes. His car looks nice and clean. He's got a brand new car and he's pushing hard. And he's got to, defend. He's only back in 8th, but he's still, the race is on. Every track position counts. There was the championship, so. Yeah,
and as we see, he's into that range, very, very close to the back of Steven Sigovic now too. So, he'll be into slipstream range of Steven Sigovic soon. So he'll be able to make some moves very quickly after that. But as we see, there's a big gap from Steven Sigovic then to Nathan Verney, and then a big gap from Nathan Verney to Tim Schmellenberg. So we shall see.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame as well. Like it helps with the short track. That now Sinkovic is under pressure here from Cowie. Cowie's going to, again, use the slipstream to his advantage, but that car would just pull away, as we see from the chopper cam.
Oh,
that
look
gap
at that.
is just ridiculous.
That is insane. That's crazy. That puts it in perspective, doesn't it, on chopper cam?
Yeah, I think Cowie's going to get him. I reckon the next lap Cowie's going to pass. No pressure, Cowie.
He's definitely pushing hard through these corners.
But look at the difference in the corners. It's just he catches him back like it's nothing. Oh,
yeah,
as we nearly see contact. Yeah, it's crazy, Cowie.
She's trying to give him room, but Cam Edwards is now back on the hunt again.
Yep, that's right. And if Cowie makes a mistake like he just had, he's put his car in the right spot, he's going to be vulnerable to the car behind.
Oh, Cam's got him.
And he has. And now, Sinkovic is just, what a gentleman.
Oh, yes, very definitely a gentlemanly move there from Mr. Sinkovic. I don't think he wants to stop there for anything.
And who's done a purple lap at this race so far?
Got Callahan with a 1:10.69. So he is, just over 100th of a second. So 100th of a second. Is it? Yeah, 100th of a second off world record pace, which is absolutely insane. Full raced world record pace, but we know that he matched world record pace in practice as well. So for qualifying time essentially, which is a 1:10.10. So pretty insane.
And he's got a nice 5 seconds gap to Scotty Radogon-Reagan in P2. So Mr. Scotty G, like we've seen him make mistakes before, maybe he makes a mistake again, and the other Scotty gets up into P1. It'll be interesting to see. The sun is setting. The sun, I don't think it's going to go over the hill tonight because it's an early night, but it's going to be tight. I think we've 6:45 in the evening, so.
Yeah, well, Scotty Callahan riding off into the sunset, isn't he?
He is. And
sorry, that's my dad joke for the night. There you go.
Yes, it is your dad joke for the night. I don't want to hear another one.
Only a lad one. Jimmy has a go at me, otherwise everyone has a go at me and have more than one dad joke, so there you go.
So this is an interesting race. So Scotty, the difference between the boys is in the top two, and as you see Dave here in P3 is doing 11.9s. I think the lap time in front, if I can get some data on that, when I find it.
11.9 for Dave Unger.
So yeah, so last lap, Scotty G did a 10.7, and Scotty Rankin did an 11.6, and Dave Unger did an 11.9.
So, Scotty Callahan, what, a whole second quicker. That's pretty crazy. That is some serious talent. But Bradley Hall, what a drive from him, up 7 spots tonight. I think he's driver of the day for the second race if he can hold on to this. I won't say it too early. Knock on wood for you, Brad.
Well, he's charging on to the back of Dave. He's got 1.8 second gap, and that gap seems to be just slightly closing. It's sitting around 2 seconds, so you just really got to make no mistakes. Have a sip of that Monster Energy drink and use all that energy. There's my dad joke.
Yeah, there you go, beautiful. Yeah, just don't use all of it because you don't want it on the accelerator, on the throttle pedal too much, do you?
Yeah, well, you're not in the turbocharger going down the straight, so.
Exactly right.
We've still got about 12 minutes left in this race, and we're on lap 16 of 27, so if my math is correct, I think we've got 11 to go.
Oh, yeah. That looks good. So you reckon we'll make, well, it seems that we will make it to a full race distance then? For our lap distance, possibly?
Yeah, I think we're going to make it. It's going to be quite tight. We might go a lap short. You see someone just use our lost their packets, so it's a bit unfortunate. Adam Simpson has dropped out of the race.
Oh, no. Yeah. And a disaster earlier, but yeah, it's unfortunate for him. That always sucks when you enter it and you don't get to finish it because of back and lots, etc. But it's all good. He'll be back next week to battle on again, I'm sure, in the SR10. So it's great to have SR10s in here as well and have a few of these guys battling out in the SR10. I think if I was racing, I'd probably be racing in the SR10. I find they're a bit easier to drive, my driving style, but that's just me.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I enjoy the car because of the straight line speed, and if I can get off a corner better than the 8, I know I'm going to always get the better run. And if it's a short track, that's kind of where you're like, well, crap, I've chosen the wrong car. But
yeah,
this is kind of the track that you go, well, yeah, I'm in the wrong car. As you saw round 1, Spa, the car just destroyed everybody. It went down the straight, and we're like, oh, well, this is going to be one-sided season. And then all of a sudden, round 2, the 8s went, no, we're still here to fight.
Exactly right. Yeah, I definitely ran it later in the first, especially coming up through Eau Rouge. Rivage and Eau Rouge and stuff like that. Just those full spooling turbos. It's a bit hard to catch up to when you're running a naturally aspirated 2.6 litre V8.
Speaking of Spa as well, we got the F1 Grand Prix this weekend as well, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. The big news awesome. Out of Auslan, poor Daniel Ricciardo lost his seat for next year, so hopefully he can get a drive in another team.
Hopefully. It would be a disappointment not to see him next year, but big also news from the Kiwis also. Kiwi, Liam Lawson, he is having his first practice drive in a rental car this weekend as well in F3 practice, so they're trying to see if he's got the credentials to enter F1 in the next couple of years, which is exciting for him too. He's only 19, 19. Yep. So.
Yeah, I've known Liam Lawson for a few years now. He used to be a part of my actual old team, BHI, with Harley Haber and Zach Beth. He was really good mates of them when they raced in Australia. So I'm really glad that he's getting a drive. I think the kid's deserved. He's been a bit unlucky with DTM last year, and this year he's having a full crack at F2, and he's been a bit unlucky there as well. So he's had a few penalties that kind of knocked his points around, but hopefully he can show the F1 world like his ex-teammate Zach Best did in the Supercar land. So I'm looking forward to that.
And we've seen Liam Lawson win quite a few Enduros in New Zealand and all over the world, etc. as well. And with very hard luck on the DTMs, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a shame. I was watching that live, and to see it come down to that.
Van der Linde just being a bit of a, just as he is, I suppose, a bit of a dirty driver, I suppose, but aggressive as he calls himself. But yeah.
But back to the live action, we got 8 minutes left on the clock, and you know the field's kind of just spread out after these few incidents at the start now. So looking here at Nicholas, he's in P9, and he's dropped down. Sorry, he hasn't dropped down. He gained 3 spots from his starting position.
That's great.
Outside the top 10.
Up into 9th place on his birthday is always great, isn't it? Oh, Nathan Allen with another bit of a moment there in that very colourful car.
Yeah, our pole sitter, so he's at a moment here as we get the DSL replay up of what happened here. And I think he might have just... He's done a little drift. He has drifted it, and then he's trying to catch it. Oh. He did a good job there, because if he come on the track, he really would have had contact with that car that was going past. So,
and that
a bit unfortunate.
Yeah.
But he did the right thing.
Yeah, 100%. Because Steven Stigovic would have got caught up in that in the SR10 as well, because he would have had nowhere to go if he had to come back on track.
Yeah, it's a pretty bit of a blind corner there too. So as we go back on board with our leader here, yeah, Scotty still pushing out 10.7s and stuff. He got a nice draft now, and nope, he doesn't even want the draft. He's just going, yep, I'm driving past.
Just pushing on. Everyone's giving him a bit of a room. Definitely getting darker out there now towards the end of our race.
Yeah, I want to race like this. Was looking forward to a race in the dark. I think we had a little bit of the race yesterday. The F3s did a bit of an afternoon race or an evening race, and it was great to see. And I got to be on track, and I was, in the safety car driving around, flashing me the safety car lights, and
we
that was bright as.
No way. Yeah. We did love that in the old safety car, flashing the old lights away. Just hamming it up for the stream, but it was very cool to see.
Yeah, that's right. It adds a little bit more of realism to what it is. Some drivers, really get in. I love it, especially if I'm RC and I've got a hotkey ready for my flashy light button. I've got hotkeys ready for my pit lane open. Everything. So everyone knows what's going on, and it's just as we do it here. We've got timing. We've got 2 guys like us here commentating, making the sim world, something much more than it is, and it's awesome. That's what I love about it. Especially SRW, we do everything, and it's awesome. As we see
big moment between both the SRW cars. Oh,
is that Scotty
Rankin? That's Scotty Rankin.
It is Scotty Rankin in P2.
That's Steven Sigovic just hitting curb,
trying to
get out of the way, and then just jumping off the curb. That SR10's jumped off the curb inadvertently straight into the side of Scotty Rankin. It's number 23 car, so that's looking very worse for wear there. Oh no, look at this.
Oh,
he's trying to get off it, and then
lost for words.
Unintentional from Steven Sigovic, but
the teammates come together.
Steve is going to be absolutely raging with himself, I think. Oh, ouch, jeez.
Wow. P2, Scotty, and he's got to come to pit lane. I haven't heard anything on the comms, but wow.
Oh, wow, that is so unfortunate. Scotty Rankin with an absolutely great race. He's on the podium as well.
He gets his fast pair, and he's trolling out of pit lane in P6 at the moment. He's not going to be happy with that. It's drama. He was the underdog here. I was hoping he would actually come for the win, because he looked like he was the guy that I said at the start of the race who could sneak out there and get the win. A bit unlucky there. No fault of his own, of course, he got hit. So a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, very unfortunate. But who's definitely done well out of that? Mr. Bradley Wall up 8 positions, now up in the podium spot in 3rd place. What an absolute legend. Come on, what a drive from him. I think the monster must have kicked in, man. Because that first race, he was just trying to find his feet there, I think. So this race definitely lifted his game.
Yeah, so Bradley gets a free podium there. Of course he would have been racing and pushing hard to get Dave Unger, but he's been promoted now to P3. Scotty is still in P1 in a nice 20-second gap to P2.
He is crazy fast. He has been averaging over a second faster a lap than these guys, or around a second faster lap than these guys, than the rest of the field. So You can tell why he's built up 20 seconds gap in 23 laps. So yeah, he must have had 3 off laps.
Well, yeah, you're right. He must have had 3 off laps, but I'm sort of shaken about that as we've seen go purple. Scotty go purple with I think it was a 10.6 there, so a very nice lap time.
And Timothy Schmellenberg, Nick's brother, he's managed to keep his 4th position out of all that. He's kind of gone up and down the spots, and now he's slotted back into his starting position. So very fortunate for him. Not so fortunate for a few other guys tonight.
See you there in the comments, Adam. A bit unlucky with your dropouts and your packer loss, mate. We'll hopefully see you back next round.
Yeah, most definitely. That's always disappointing.
Yeah, we're going to be definitely short as well on laps, so we're going to probably go 2 laps short. So we got a minute and a half to go. So we're Scotty on track. Compared, he might get the white flag this time by.
We didn't see any safety cars at all, so I think we were both wrong. I think there's enough runoff on this track that there wasn't really a need for it, to be honest.
Yeah, most cars as well, they got back to they smacked the wall and they limped back to the pit lane. So good driving out there. You know, the boys, wanted to get back to pit lane and keep pushing. So we got 8 cars on the lead lap, and I think Cowie is our last car. Yes, he is on the lead lap. So he's still sitting there in P8. A bit bummed for his session. Unfortunate, of course, with the contact early.
Yeah, he's having an absolute great drive as well. But as you can see, just those little mistakes sometimes to have a big wave effect and do some serious damage to these cars, considering they're just a bunch of chromoly frame welded together with some fiberglass on the outside of it.
And a massive wing on the rear just to look good.
Yeah, just so it doesn't fly away, literally.
And it gives that a decent look to the car as well. Like, I've seen them in real life, and hearing them fly down the track and just watching the rear end, they throw it in and then just have so much grip. That plays a massive part on as we see Joey. Hold it.
Oh,
no, it doesn't hold it. No, he's on the white flag conditions, and he's on his roof.
He's on his roof here. We might see a safety car. Oh no, he's back on his wheels. No, they can't. Yeah,
we're on white flag.
White flag. So yeah.
He's just got a limp it home. He's just got a limp it home.
He's got a limp it home. Oh wow, that was quite great. And the camera work on it was awesome too.
I think
he was sitting there going, "Please don't hit me."
Yep. He just wanted more TV time too. He's a flip and does a kick flip. So
yeah. Barney was just up there waving the white flag. No, kick flip, bro. It's okay.
It's just like, I surrender. Don't hit me, sir.
Yeah.
As we're on board now with Scotty G, bringing it home for another victory. So he's obviously going to take the round win today in a fabulous race. Started P10, pushed all the way up, and he's present.
Absolutely. So, dominant performance, and the same as last week. He had first and a first last week as well. So, the previous 2 weeks he got a first and a third. So, and he's still on those 2 rounds also. So, very, very good from him tonight. Very, very consistent, and very, very good from him. He's just coming over for checkered flag now.
Yeah, check flag's out. So, big congratulations to Scotty for the win.
Beautiful drive. What's he end up? Round winner and round sponsor for tonight, Scotty Callahan. Mr. Dave Unker up in second place.
Yeah, that's right. And it's going to extend his championship lead as well for Scotty.
Oh, yeah. I think he's got... Brad in the first race was outside of the top 10. So he's gone up 8 positions. So he started in 12th. So he finished the last race in 12th. So
Brad started 11th last race, this race, sorry. So yeah, he's just
up 8 positions. What an absolute legendary drive! He's just very, very patient to get through, I think.
Yeah, that's right, and he did a good job. We had a few carnage moments in that race, but It was an interesting race. I enjoyed it. So Scotty, again, the top three: Dave Lunga, Brad Wall, and Scotty. So congratulations to them. We'll get them into the room. So we need the round podium. I thought we were scrapping the round podium.
Guys, I'm just waiting on points and our round results. So as we come up with our results, and I might leave interviews for you tonight, Tyson, if you don't mind.
I was actually going to pass it back to you because I'm going to get ready to go to race control.
Oh, you do too.
For the Porsches.
True that. Fair enough. I do forget about these things. Double hatting. Scotty Callahan is our first place, definite, and Dave Unger is definitely our second place for our round. We're just waiting on our points to come through for our third place round finisher.
So Shivy's just in the background doing the points for us, so we can get them in. But again, congratulations to everyone who raced tonight. You know, we had kind of a small field for the radicals, but you know, a good race nonetheless. So as you can see up on the screen here, all the finishes. Yeah, that is the wrong race, so we're just going to pull that from Heat 1, but here's our finish feature race results.
We have Scotty G with that first place, followed by Dave Unger, and Bradley Wall with a great drive up of 8 places. Timothy Schmellenberg in 4th place, great patient drive from him as well. He started in 4th, finished in 4th, so he would have started in 6th place there, so it was a great little bit of a start from him. He's up. Sorry, would have finished last race 6th place, so he was 4th for this race. So he did very, very well to get there and stay there. Nathan Verney down 3 spots from where he started. A bit of an early moment from him. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Timothy Schmellenberg and then Nathan Verney with a bit of an early incident. Scotty Rackin down there, unfortunate coming together with a teammate, and ended down in 6th place. There he was in 2nd place. So Scotty Rankin still might take 3rd place in our round, but this is just for our feature race. Cameron Edwards in 7th place. Nick Schmellenberg, happy birthday to him in 8th place. Great result from him, up 4 spots if I'm not. Yep, 4 spots. Great work from him. Andrew Mr. Cowie in 9th place. Nathan Allen in 10th. Wayne Edwardson in 11th. Stephen Zikovich in 12th, and Adam Simpson with the old packet loss and disappeared out of the lobby. So he was in 13th place and did not finish, unfortunately. So just wait for our points round points. It looks like at the moment should be Scotty Callahan, Dave Unger, and Scotty Rankin has come in 3rd place for our round. So very well done to them. So great race, eh, Tyson?
It was an awesome race. Great race. We saw a lot of action. Definitely on the field, and you know, a couple of carnage incidents there. We saw Cowie, you know, doing a barrel roll and giving a no hands trick, but it didn't work for him. But nonetheless, it was a great race. So well, I'll leave it to you, boys, and again as always. And here's our podium.
So talk to our podium for tonight. Mr. Bradley Wall, what a drive from you tonight, mate, in that feature race. Up 8 positions, mate, up into to get that last place on the podium. Well done.
Mate, it's just I avoided everything and I was lucky. I didn't even know until nearly finished.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. There was so much carnage, and we saw you just being patient at the back there and just letting him make the mistakes and you profiting from it. So well done, mate. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, man.
Did you find that it seemed that the SR8s and the SR10s are a bit more even tonight? What do you reckon?
To be honest, I didn't take much notice. I was just trying to drive my line. But yeah, being on the shorter track, I think it brought him closer.
Very nice. Yeah, awesome. We haven't seen you that much in the radicals. It's you're gonna be around a bit more often.
If I get the time, this was my first race tonight, so I got a bit of motivation to get in again next week. But yeah, it just all comes down to time and whether I can jump on or not.
That's awesome. It's going to be great to see you a bit more on track, mate, and have you along in the radicals because you've obviously got some pace in it. So you're definitely going to be a new one to watch in the series. So it's great to have you on board, mate. And on that
Thanks,
note,
Doc.
who would you like to thank?
Just the sponsors for the league. DSL Welding, Dragon RC Race Control, Melville and Brown, and Stevens own the promo department. Of course,
You
can't
just
get that one.
You just dropped a new sponsor that hasn't been announced yet.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
There
There you go.
Don't say anything.
Breaking news.
Yeah,
Content.
don't. Just leave it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Thank you very much, Brad.
Fucking hell.
No, great drive from you, mate. Great drive from you tonight.
Thanks,
So,
guys.
Yeah. Thank you very much, and we'll see you back next week, shall we?
You might. Yep.
Good job, mate. Good job.
Thanks,
I'll be talking to you about this after the stream.
Please don't.
All right, let's get Dave in. Catch you, Brad.
So we'll get Dave
See you,
Unger
mate.
as well in.
Let's get Dave
So,
and
Mr.
Scotty in,
Dave
actually.
Unger. Mr. Dave Unger and Scotty Callahan. Mr. Dave Unger we'll throw to first. How are you, mate?
I'm relaxed.
Dave, we can't hear you.
Oh,
Yeah, I can. I can hear him. I can hear him.
Okay.
I
so
can hear
that's
him.
me. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Cool.
You got
No,
me?
all good.
Yeah. I'm relaxed after going away on holiday. I'm back in a big
Yeah,
way.
so all your hardware issues are done, and your software issues, as in like I'm being on holidays, brain issue, you know. So you have a great holiday, and you had some hardware issues, didn't you? You had some unplugging of wheels and stuff or something. What happened there?
That was funny, actually. I'll try to explain this quickly. I took apart everything that is pertaining to my sim rig because I wanted to move it, and when I put it all back together again, when I put the wheel back together, and one of the plugs that you were not supposed to put in the wrong way, I successfully put it in the wrong way. And that short-circuited a board, and I had no idea what was going on, and so I was getting advice from people left, right, and centre. So I bought a new board, and then it just, no matter what I did, it wouldn't go properly. And then a mate of mine said, well, try this. And I discovered that what I'd done is in me reseating some wires, I somehow put a wire in the wrong hole.
Oh.
And so what happened is once I pulled that out and put it in the right hole, bingo, it was all good.
Oh, nice, very nice. Well, glad you're back on board, and we're hoping it wasn't too terminal. So it sounds like it wasn't too terminal, and nothing blew up too bad. So we're glad you got it fixed, and great drive. Did you enjoy the race tonight?
Well, you know, Motorsport is one of my favourite tracks, and I always enjoy racing there. I made a couple of silly mistakes, but then I'm an old codger, so you've got to expect that. But yeah, no, good, a lot of fun. Always have a lot of fun around this track.
Nice, yeah. It seemed that everybody's quite comfortable around here, and there was some really close racing and quite a bit of carnage also. So it was great to see you out there. Who would you like to thank tonight, Dave?
DSL Welding. Aren't they our main sponsor?
They are.
Yeah, they are.
Yep.
Yes, got to thank them.
Most definitely. Well, thank you very much, Dave. We shall move this along, and we'll speak to Mr. Scotty Callahan. Thank you very much tonight, mate, for the round sponsor also, but great drive from you, showing us out there tonight, over a 20-second domination in that last race, Scotty.
No, it was a lot closer than that. I almost got taken out completely, actually. I was surprised I actually made the last 2 laps.
Oh, that's the thing.
Didn't you see it? I was crab tailing the last 2 laps.
Oh, were you? Well, I wasn't sure. We did see you lost a bit of pace there, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, Cowie tried to take me out.
I see. Yeah, we had Scotty Ragan behind you as well. I think it was the second last lap. Had a bit of coming together with Steven Sigovich.
Oh,
so, yeah.
First race. Oh, right. Second race, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was pretty full on. So not the best of luck for him.
That was a load of fun though, but it didn't actually feel like it in the race. But it's like everyone just got out of my way once I got into fourth. They just took each other out and flew off the track, and thank you, there's first position.
Yeah, quite literally, some of them flew off the track into the air and flew, tumbled a couple of times also. So, yeah, that's definitely some carnage. Who would you like to thank tonight, mate?
Just me.
Yeah.
And I'd like to thank Cowie.
Yeah.
And I'd like to thank Stephen too, because Stephen almost took me out as well, but he got out of my way. But I haven't actually got up to the replay where Cowie clipped me rear wheel on I think it was the second last lap. But I yelled at him over the radio, so that'll be on his stream.
Hope there wasn't too many swear words or anything, but I'm sure you were nice enough about it, weren't you?
Yeah, I can't remember what I told him, but
I can, but it's unrepeatable on live air.
I think it had an F word in that.
No, it wasn't that bad. No.
Yeah, but I mean, it's all just racing. It's a bit of fun. But oh god, yeah, I just as soon as I backed off the throttle after that, I almost lost it everywhere sideways, and I was lucky that I held on for the win. Actually,
No, I was miles behind. Come on.
yeah, but I was doing 1 minute 15s or something.
Isn't that your normal time? Oh no, wait.
Hang on, what was my last lap?
You were doing 110s, yeah. 110s, 111s. Your last lap was a 122. So that puts it in perspective. You're 12 seconds slower in your last lap.
Yeah. The 115 was when he clipped me, and the last lap was the 122. That was horrid. But anyway, she come home.
Fantastic driving from you, mate. Very, very good.
Just quietly, I think that last lap was that long because he was conserving fuel.
No, it wasn't. I don't conserve fuel.
No, I was. I'm like, I'm not going to make this. And then the white flag come up and I went, go!
Even when I'm in the lead, I everything's a hot lap.
Yeah, you gotta push in the radicals. And that said, guys, we're gonna have to wrap that up, and we're gonna have to transfer into the GT3 Porsches. So, thank you very much for all the support and all the racing and coming back, Dave. And glad you're well rested and everything's fixed. And Scotty Callahan, much love, mate. Thank you for being on board and keeping these radicals alive. So we shall transfer over to the GT3 Porsches now. Thank you very much, guys.
Good job.
Thank you. Fantastic. Mr. Jamie Dyke, how are you, fine sir?
Pretty good, man. Have we got a intermission or are we straight into it?
We are already live.
Lovely.
So how are you, fine sir? Welcome everybody. We've just done a little bit of a change over here. So welcome everybody to the DSL Welding Services GT3 Porsche Cup tonight. Round 5. We're at Fuji Speedway. This is going to be interesting, Jamie, huh?
This track lends itself to a lot of overtaking. It wears the tyres. It's good for carnage. I love this track.
Me too. I love this track. There's going to be a lot of drafting down this big back track. We're going to have to definitely keep an eye on race control. I'm sure we'll be keeping an eye out on those movements down the back straight as well. You're only allowed to make one movement, break the slipstream once. If you break it more than twice, you see, it is very, as a driver, it's very tempting to try and break the draft twice, just because it does get so strong through there. But they will get heavily penalised if they try to do that. So keep an eye on that, boys and girls. We do have a 27-degree track temperature tonight. So, it's 24-degree track temperature is that what we've got? Yes. Sorry, 27. Yeah, I got that right the first time. Sorry, 27 degree track temp. Moderate, and then 24-degree air temp. So moderate. We shouldn't see too much kind of moderate sort of tyre wear on around here. You reckon, Jamie?
No, I think it's going to be high.
Yeah,
There's a
especially
lot
turn
of...
one.
No, not so much turn 1. Turn 3, 4, 5.
All those
and the
banks. Yeah, gradually.
Yeah, and the last sector. Put a lot of
Yeah.
load on the tyre under speed.
Yeah, it's very good because you have to go really wide on those last two corners, don't you? Really wide and then tuck in right into the apex and almost cut the nose off the apex to get through there, don't you?
Yes. We got Adam Hughes in the lead in the championship currently on 570, followed by fellow teammate Greg Barber, 554, with Chris Mylan rounding out the top 3 in the championship. Not far off is Mr. Consistency Richard Mayer from Froglet Racing and SRW's own Scott Rankin in P5.
Oh yeah, well, Scotty Rankin's just come off a third place in the last round for a round third place in the radicals. So he might be feeling like he's on a bit of a high. So hopefully we'll see some pace out of him as well. I'm sure we will in these Porsches. But I'm loving these Porsche field. I love the liveries on these cars. Actually, look really cool.
They are
as we
really
see them all file out of the pit lane.
This is qualifying. Here we go. Let's see what boys can do. Let's see who pushes the tyres on the outlap, who saves them a little bit.
Yeah, exactly right. And we'll just see if everybody be a bit patient, hopefully, just to try and get these tyres up to temp, and then they'll start pushing hard. I'm sure. I don't think it'll take too long to get these tyres up to temp on this track, though.
Yeah, well, we'll see. It's very, very loose, but I'm sure by lap 2, I think 2 they'll be up to temp.
Yeah. As we were talking about earlier, it's very wide kind of entrances at the corner, and then you're kind of cutting off the apex as you come through here. You kind of see that the breaking point's that white little kind of paint on the outside where you kind of bring it in, but you want to kind of carry enough mid-speed corner speed, suck into that apex, then keep enough mid-corner speed so when you get on the exit, you're not losing any speed when you're trying to gain stuff because it's such a long straight.
Oh, definitely. And Fuji has these giant don't cuts on the exit of some of the corners, and you hit that and you're going to do serious damage to your car, especially in these.
Almost definitely. Not much budges on these cars, it just breaks, right? Doesn't really bend, it just shatters or breaks.
It may as well be made of paper mache.
Yeah, they look like they're pretty bunty and pretty, pretty brute cars, but they're not. They're pretty fragile still, aren't they?
Yes, definitely. They've got the updated damage model, as did the 991, and they break easy.
Yeah, they do. So, what are you a bigger fan of the 911, no 991, or the 992?
Well, after being at Sandown on the weekend, I am a huge fan of the 992.
Oh, nice, very nice.
Used to be the 991.
Okay, nice. It's just the sound of it. In person, was it that much of a difference? Was it? You were like, oof.
Yeah. Like driving these cars, they're okay. But after being at the track with them live and hearing them, it was amazing. I want to get back into driving these things.
Nice, very nice. Oh, yeah, a friend of mine I went to school with was actually racing there on the weekend in a Porsche.
What's about to do?
You guys, who's going to get up? Who's going to be our fast winner? Our fastest guy at first. Alex Court getting up first with a 140.09. We've got Greg Barber. He always qualifies so well, but he's up into a 139.56. We've got Sam Muir in with a 139.60. So there's only 400ths of a second outside of him. And then Richard Mayer with a great... where's he pulled that out of the bag? He must love a bit of Fuji then, eh? That's what
he's done really well. He did a purple sector, and Greg took the other 2 sectors purple. As Adam Hughes,
Yeah, Hughes. Yeah,
Adam Hughes.
139.22. Come on.
Just jumps the teammate by 3/10. Well done,
Yeah,
Hughesy.
that's crazy.
a good
Here
lap.
we go. And we've got Benjamin Siren back again tonight as well, which is great to see him back. We've seen some great rounds from him, some great improvement last season and this season as well. So it's great to come back on track, fighting with these guys. So he'll definitely be one to watch. Currently with a 140.20. It's only 2 laps down. We're coming onto our third solid laps now, guys.
This is, what is it, lap Dill. Comes into turn 1, brake very hard, easy to lock a brake into 1. As he hit the apex, he cuts it very nicely. It's flat through 2. They come up to 3, downshift, real fast kink.
It's just a let-off downshift, isn't it? It's not too much. Don't want to be too much on the brakes.
Yeah,
You can lose a lot of time there.
And this is a long double apex right-hand sweeper.
If you get too wide, too tight on there, it will stuff you up.
Yep, as he opts for an early entry, early exit into the hairpin there. The turn 5, coming down turn 6, 7 into the chicane. You can actually cut this one quite a lot, as he does a pretty good job of that.
Which you want to.
But he runs wide there and he's just ditched his lap, unfortunately.
Yeah, and that's a hard spot. If you don't get that, you can see that the first angle that he got. He was on the right line through the first corner of the chicane, but then he just got it wrong in the second part, which he just puts you completely off on the exit. And as you can see, those little yellow sausage curbs on the outside. If you go outside of them, or if you put too much of your tyres off the outside, you will get a 1X. It will bin your whole lap, and it will not count the whole lap for everybody out there in viewer land.
Lachlan Capel, how does he travel?
Lockie Capel is pretty quick in his cars. We haven't seen him around for a while, so it'll be great to see him back on track, actually.
He must be on an outlap, but he was green in every sector up until then. Chris Island's all green, personal bests. So he jumps up into P4, 139.422.
Oh, and now he's coming out of the pits now. Just maybe doing a quick, yeah, he's about the halfway mark, so he's probably tried to push that fuel down a bit, gone in for fresh tyres, and now we'll come out and see he'll be pushing into the 139s, I'm sure. That's where he already is, but he'll push into the one.
Matthew Bowler's in the house.
Wow, we got a pretty heavy lobby tonight. Wow, how many we got in board? 23 races tonight. By the look of that.
Leaky improved.
We've seen some. Yeah, we've got Leakey's actually seen some really great improvements lately. I think he might have been getting some on the side coaching from somebody or something, but he's definitely improving. He's pushing his qualifying. He must be really concentrating on his qualifying and practice or something a bit more. So he's been doing very impressively qualifying lately. So very well done.
Lachlan Capel went PB Sector 1 and Sector 2.
Oh, here we go. We know Lockie Capel's fast.
What does he do? Has he not set a lap again? Another out lap.
Oh, and he's just... Oh, come on,
he's on to another PB.
What a brilliant drive from him. That beautiful red chrome car.
Hayden Veld connected.
Wow,
Veld's in the house tonight.
Just bear with us for trading pace to catch up. Oh, good. So, we've got Mr. Greg with a great lap there. Great lap. And another PB, so 141.81, so great lap from him. Oh, and he's just pushed himself off the track there. He might be happy with that.
Tom Knight is on a PB lap.
Oh,
About to
here we
cross the
go.
line. Dean Stinkovich is also on a PB lap. Let's see what Tom can do from currently in P18 DSL After Dark Sim Racing.
142.606. Well done. Great lap from him. There we go. Didn't catch Leaky, though, did he? Didn't quite catch Leaky, but Dean Stinkovich up into the 141s, 0.78. Well done to him.
That puts Dean in P17 and pushes Tom to P19.
Wow, man, we got a big field tonight. We'll definitely see some safety cars tonight, I think, out here. But that said, there's a lot of runoff here, so I can't see it's going to be one of those ones that's going to call for that many safety cars by the look of it. But who knows?
Christopher Island's done a purple sector 1. He did not improve on his personal best in sector 2.
And siren in the background, just spinning it off into the wall there. It looks like.
Callan Hodgkinson all on a personal best sector lap.
Dean Stinkovich here. Beautiful. Beautiful lap from him last lap.
Chris Island. How's he do? He does not improve. Callan Hodgkinson did improve to P17. Well done, Callan.
Well, Alex Scott had a bit of a moment on turn 1 there. Seems he's jumped back into pits. Quite heavy damage on his car there. I'm sure he'll be glad that he doesn't have to pay for the repairs. Oh, Dean and Tom Knight are both. Dean Stinkovich and Tom Knight are both on PBs again. Well done to them.
Tom was on the outlap. Dean's coming along. And Dean improves.
Come on, 141.3. Come on, son.
He's 16 for Dino.
Oh, Hughes just gone straight to the top. 139.11. Hey, he's pushing. His last lap wasn't all that fast. It must have been the lap before it. But very, very, very quick from him. And he seems to be using as much of the track as he can. Which you kind of do. It's questionable track limits on this track, but then there's other spots that don't make sense. Hughesy.
I'm actually
McCartan on board here. Sorry.
I'm actually surprised Matthew Bowler and Lachlan Capel have not set a time yet. Now we've got
Sandbagging there?
Just over 2 minutes to go. Could be sandbagging.
Yeah.
But you're cutting it close, just over 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, true, because you know they've both got pace, or do they want to start from the back?
Callan Hodgkinson up to P14. Dylan Shepherd.
He's a mover and shaker.
Where's Shepherd gone?
Oh yeah, Dylan Shepherd's always one to watch.
Shepherd's gone to 8th. Very nice. Is that Tom Knight on another one?
Yeah, on another PB.
Previous fastest lap was a 42.606. Does not improve.
Wow, I can't believe we've got a big field tonight. This is going to be awesome.
Got a who's that? All green.
Whoa. That's Stephen McCartan at the back there. Just Stephen McCartan just going off in the background.
Bowler's on a hot one.
Oh no, sorry, the other Mighty Pies car. Sorry.
Matty Bowler's. This will be his first timed lap that he sets. Matty Bowler.
Very nice from Matty Bowler.
See what he does.
Actually. Sorry.
And it didn't register a lap.
Oh.
Must have gotten it off track at one point. unfortunately for
Yeah.
the bowler.
It's easy enough to do on this track as well, though.
Yes,
to have
it
an
is.
incomplete lap because you do have to push these track limits, as you can see on the runoff. You need to be on that sort of AstroTurf on the outside. You can use the AstroTurf if you put even a centimetre more tyre off that AstroTurf. But 1x, no lap. Especially down through here, if you go over the top of, if you go to the left-hand side or too far over that sausage curb, the yellow one, it will be a track limit as well.
As Court goes P11 this time. On another PB lap.
Oh,
He's
Tom
just
Knight.
improving through this session. As
He
the
is.
session is about to end, this will be his last lap. Coming through the last sector now. This is where all the dome cuts are on the track.
Most definitely. Oh, and it's always hard to get this scroll through there. Oh, it's right there. Oh, has he kept that? I think he's held it in.
I hope he didn't get it off track for that one.
Just avoided it, maybe. Ooh, he's still pushing hard, so maybe, possibly, he might be able to hold on to this Mr. Matt Bowler. And the number 12 car there. Current first fastest lap 139.111. 111. And as we come down to the checkered flag here for qualifying.
And Mr. Bowler did not set a time.
Oh, so it must have been that off track there. Oh.
And Lachlan Capel without a time also.
Well, I don't think it was through any lack of trying that they didn't get the lap. I think it was just them knowing track limits and trying to push those track limits as much as they can.
And Nathan improves slightly, doesn't improve on position.
Nope.
Alan Hodgkinson does not improve.
But Leslie looks like he's having a good lap so far.
Steven Sinkovic will be the next across the line. Does not look like he's going to improve.
David
What does he
Leslie on
do?
2 PB
What he
sectors.
Does not improve. Lachlan Capel is the next one that's going to cross. He has not improved in Sector 1 or Sector 2. He hasn't set a time yet. And as he pulls into the pits, he might be sandbagging a little. David Leslie.
With 2 PB
Comes out.
sectors, can he do this? Oh, what? Oh, session ended. Oh, yeah,
ended.
true. Fair enough. That would have sucked for him, though. He's like, can I finish it? Can I finish it? No. So, for our results for qualifying here, guys, for our grid tonight for our DSL Welding Services GT3 Porsche Cup, we got first place on pole position. We got Adam Hughes for Chris Goss Racing. We got Stefan McCartan for Chris Goss Racing and Greg Barber for Chris Goss Racing. So we got a locked out grid for Chris Goss Racing, 1, 2, 3 at the top of our grid there tonight. So it's something you don't see very often, but something you see quite often with the Chris Cross boys. So especially in the Porsches, we got TriStar Racing, Sam Muir, absolutely brilliant qualifying from him. So see some great improvements from him today. Hopefully he can keep his head and finish well in the race as well. Chris Weiland, number 5. 5th there, Senate Sim Sports, Richard Mayer in 6th, Scotty Rankin in 7th, Dylan Shepherd in 8th, Harry Dodds in 9th, Benjamin Siren in 10th, Alex Court in 11th, Jake Edwards in 12th. And then we move on to 13th place. We have Steve Tonkin. We have Callan Hodgkinson in 14th, Nathan Allen in 15th, David Leslie in 16th, Steven Sinkovic and Dean Sinkovic in 17th and 18th, Greg Leake, Tom Knight, Dylan DeBono up and down in 21st, Matthew Bowler in 22nd, Lockie Cable in 23rd, and we have Tyson McAvoy. Thank you very much for being in our race control and being in commentary with me for the last race. Also, he's in our safety car tonight. So I think the guys at the back there, down those last 3 on the grid are ones to watch, whilst last 4 on the grid are ones to watch. Because those guys are quite fast, and it seems that they haven't had a chance to set a qualifying lap. So I'm sure they will push really nice and like a hot knife through butter through the pack. So here we go, guys. We got our red lights coming up. Here we go. Green light, green light, green light for the DSL Welding Services Porsche GT3 Cup, round 5 at Fuji Motorsport Speedway.
Christopher Island got a monster start. And all this carnage already. Sam Murs around, Mr. Consistency. Jake Edwards was into him.
Richard Mayer just got tapped, had nowhere to go there. Sam Muir as well. So Sam Muir's, had a bit of, got caught up in that as well, but it seems like it might have been a bit of netcode or blinking there from a couple of cars there, so I'm not sure what's going on, but man, this is definitely throwing a cat amongst the pigeons. We've got Matthew Bowler already up 16 spots, 15 spots.
Tom Knight got caught out there. Harry Dodds was caught out there.
Oh, and Lockie Capel up 15 spots as well now. Wow, that was...
Stefan McCartan was caught up in that after starting, what was it, P3?
Yep. Yeah, P2 actually. Started P2, he's down 4 spots. Wow, it's very unfortunate for him. Wow, got Matthew Bowler, Lockie Cable up 15 spots. Callan Hodgkinson, he's always one that loves to get through the pack pretty quickly. He's up 5 positions. And Dylan DeBono, definitely one to watch, up 7 spots already also. Woohoo!
Look at that Sam Muir being attacked by Nathan Allen. Guys, Allen runs a little wide. Richard Mayer gets through there.
So Richard Mayer's car looks like it's not as worse for wear as Sam Muir's car, so but the damage on that front splitter, but definitely Mr. Chris Island has...
Here comes Bowler. Oh. This is on Stefan McCartan.
You'll be able to get him on the inside, yes. Beautiful move under brakes. Turn 1, that is textbook for Fuji. Turn 1 overtake that one.
Boys, we've got a slow car coming up to Bowler.
That's Mr. Dylan Shepherd there. Well, we know Dylan Shepherd's got the pace to push forward, so it might just be him just trying to fall through the pack and make sure he's got his tyres underneath him and make sure he's got enough grip in those tyres and then go from there.
Stefan staying with Bowler. Oh, this is Leaky. Leaky's on the outside. He's been caught on the outside, passed by almost 2 cars.
Yeah, Nathan Allen's had a bit of a moment along with Dean Tinkovich there, it seems. So, all at the back of the pack there.
This is Callan Hodgkinson and Dodds.
Dodds got quite a bit of damage on the front of that car also, so he must have got caught up in that pack as also.
He did, as Dodds is starting to attack Leaky here. Look at that, Scotty Rankin. Oh, as Dodds is around. Bit of contact with Greg Leake there. Gets that back
Dodds
going.
having a bit of a nightmare, eh? This is front of that car is not looking healthy, and we know in these Porsches it makes it pretty hard to drive with that front splitter. They just get all cracked up and they're not adjustable or anything, so it's not going to save you in that way. Once it's broken, it's broken.
As we just saw a rage quit happen by Greg Leake. It's unfortunate there. This is Richard Mayer going up the inside of Callan Hodgkinson. Yeah, breaks him.
Beautiful move.
Very nice. Does he pull it up? Mr. Consistency does. Very nice by Richard there.
What a move.
That was for P14.
And he's back up. He's definitely one to watch. He started he's already down 8 spots from that earlier. He started in 3rd spot there, so 4th. So he'll one to watch. He'll definitely follow himself back through the pack and throw it back to him at the second race.
This is Stefan and Bowler again. So Stefan's obviously had another crack at Bowler. Because Bowler got by on lap 1 or 2.
Oh, Bowler getting very, very sideways in the rear end of that car.
Yeah, so Stefan's not letting him have it, that's for sure.
He's not yet. He might be just biding his time by the look of it. Because he might be thinking that Bowler's getting a little bit loose on that rear end, so he just might be waiting for him to make a potential mistake. Maybe. Who knows? Leaky. Yeah, Leaky seems like he's dropped out, so
He quit.
So might not have been his favourite track. So, well, that's all right. Back to the action. Mr. Sam Muir back at the back. That got caught up in all that melee at the start. He's just trying to file his way back through the pack. I'm not sure who was there an actual, was there any penalties handed out for that turn one, or is it still under? Yeah, fair enough.
I haven't seen any penalties so far. As we look at Rankin go up the inside of Colin Hodgkinson. And Hodgkinson's going to fire back and get back.
Putting the elbows back out on the exit.
This is
no, it's my
Alex
racing
Ford on Tonkin. Pretty textbook. Alex is textbook defending it like it's the last lap of Bathurst.
Yeah, 100%, like he always does. He always tries like that though, like it's the last lap of Bathurst, isn't he? So it's good to see. Great to see these guys come back in every week in a lot of these different cars. Actually, it's great to see these guys and who can jump in pretty much anything and drive it too, which is pretty cool.
Richard was very late on the brakes there behind Scott.
Might be just trying to, put the pressure on a little bit, possibly.
Maybe. This is David Leslie with Sinker all over him. Very, very nice on the curb into the chicane. Take some of the grass, it's the quickest way to go. Benjamin Siren did not appear last week, I believe.
No, he took it as a drop down last week, though.
Yeah, he's getting passed by Dylan Shepherd at the moment. Hard under brakes for the Bob Jane Team Arts entry.
That's a cool looking livery. He's doing very well there. So it's a beautiful, beautiful pass there. But I know it's pretty early in the race, so he's just kind of biding his time.
I just saw Barber run wide in turn 3. I think Hughesy's saving some fuel behind Christopher Island as well. As we look at Rankin on the hump, Callan Hodgkinson ahead. He wants this position. He needs this position.
He does, definitely. And he's put his car in the right spot too.
Not really. You kind of have to fly around the outside and keep the overlap to make this one stick. As he's done it, that's very good work by Scott.
Oh, look at that. Come on, he had the pace and the confidence. Look at that. That takes some serious cojones to do that. Because you normally do it the opposite way around, wouldn't you?
Rich is having a look. He pulls out of it, smart driving. As he's coming up on Dylan Bono now by the looks of it.
Yep, Scotty Rankin on the back of Dylan Bono. I mean, great race. Look at back at Scotty Rankin's cars. Look at a bit worse for wear there. But no wing damage, thankfully, so that's good.
These guys are having a really good battle. We got
so this
little bit of a 6-car battle for the lead.
All pulling off the racing line, just trying to break the draft there a little bit. As you'll see a lot on Fuji, it's such a long straight. You'll be able to try and shake them off your slipstream or your draft a bit. You might lose a couple of positions or 1 or 2, but it's a bit easier than trying to defend from 3 cars coming into turn 1.
Yeah.
Oh, I was trying to stay out of the way.
Oh, there's lots of battles here. Richard's up there. What's Richard going to do here?
Oh, just down the inside.
On the inside.
Can Callan even see him there?
Leave him just a car width.
Not even that there. They're rubbing doors now. Whoa. Totally different lines through that corner, but Richard's got it. Beautiful. Alan Hodgkinson very wide through there, wide exit. I think
is there a little touch?
Bit of touch there. Bit of door banging here. He's just letting him know, no. This is my spot. Go away, mate. But you do have to get your elbows out a lot. You have to be a bit argy-bargy around Fuji. You do kind of have to door bash a bit just so you make yourself known.
Dylan had a really good dive there. Unfortunately, he ran wide a little and couldn't pull it off. As Very good. As by the looks of it, Greg Barber has dropped back from Fuji quite a bit. He's losing that draft from the top two, just skipping away.
Yeah, those guys just have got some serious pace in these cars. Looks like it's a favourite track of theirs as well. So we saw Fuji in the TCRs. So
quite an even race so far. I think there's a little bit of fuel saving going on by the quick guys. Guys down further back are battling hard away. As this is Dylan on Callan once again. He gets this move done this time. It's turn one, very textbook, very nice.
yes, that is definitely textbook turn one, isn't it?
And I wonder if Callan's gonna. No, he's not. He's just gonna tuck in behind and follow his line.
Yeah, and smart move as well. We've got a long time to go out of this. We've got another 49 minutes essentially of this race to go. So 48, 49 minutes of this race to go. So you'll definitely see some patience at the start of this race. Everyone trying to stay together as much as they can, even though it has thinned out a bit. There's a few gaps between the field now, but everyone's trying to just be smart at this point, eh?
Definitely. In saying that, the top 6 cars are still within 5 seconds of the leader. So Christopher Island, championship leader, Hughes Hughes, Barber, Dylan Shepherd is a bit of a asterisk in the standings. He's doing very well for his position in the championship. Benjamin Siren after missing
as well.
Yep.
Dodgy's
there.
Is he going to make this stick? Oh, and Sam Muir on the outside. Look, we're going a 4-way drag race down to turn one.
This is very dangerous stuff, this.
Very dangerous.
Dylan DeBino, Sam Muir, Callan Hodgkinson, and Dodgy. Dodgy spins it.
What a move! Come on! Oh,
he's gone a bit deep.
I thought he had it there too.
Sam Muir, no, it's a bit too deep. Sam Muir's got ahead of him, and he's got Dylan DeBono for company going into turn 3. They both make it around there nice and clean. Give each other space.
So Sam Muir just seemed to be the.
And there's contact.
Oh, there's big contact.
Oh, there's huge contact.
Oh no!
They're both off.
From DeBono and Dodzy. Oh, we're going to car on the track. He's trying to get out of the way. Wowee, that was a lot of action going on there. Oh, a bit of a chain reaction, you reckon, Jamie?
Yeah, it looked like they kind of banged doors, and then Dylan never really got control of the car again.
Yeah, and it just kind of stepped back into him, didn't it? Oh.
Yeah, he corrected and then overcorrected, and around she went. Unfortunate. This is Ben Styron on the defend from Matty Bowler.
Matty Bowler's not a name I recognise that much. Do you know him that much? Has he got a bit of backstory? Or?
Yes, Matty Bowler gets it done. Professional simtographer. He was racing for Pursuit Sim Racing in all the Supercars top tier series, Scops and whatnot. Currently gone out onto his own team, created his own team. Team name escapes my memory. Visceral Esports.
Oh, I see. So he's got some pedigree to him.
A little bit of pedigree. He also brings a little bit of ego to the community as well.
I see. Simtographer, did you say? What is a simtographer? Obviously, a photographer of sim stuff.
Or takes the shortcut.
Wow. Wow, it's just definitely just missed his breaking point there.
They caught back down to 10th after losing out to Jake Edwards and Lucky Capel. who, starting from the back, Bowler and Cable have done very well to get up as high as they have so far within the first 15 minutes of the race.
Most definitely. Still seeing some big battles on track too. Now I've seen big train of cars. It's starting to gap up a little bit, but I thought we'd see some bigger gaps by now. But
as I've just noticed, Dylan De Bono got a drive-through penalty for that contact with Harry Dodds on the previous lap.
Oh, I see. So
that's okay. I can just call it out. It's all good. Shibi's having issues. Tom Knight. This is on Dean Sinkovich. He's got the move done. Oh, no, he hasn't. It was an over-under, but Dean's coming back at him with the inside into turn 3. And Tom's around. Tom has lost the rear. He's lost the rear, gone on the boots a bit too early, and actually went. But he will come back again and again. This is Jake Edwards, Lockie Capel, and Alex Court. Lockie Capel is all over the back of Jake Edwards. As I see, Dylan De Bono is serving his drive-through penalty.
I think it's quite interesting as well. We've seen probably the top 12. Top 12? Yeah, probably our top 12 in our race right now. We've seen in the last 3 seasons all get at least one podium. Benjamin Siren, except for Matthew Bowler because he's new to our series and stuff like that. But, you know, we've seen all these guys definitely get some podiums over the last 3 seasons in the Porsche. So it's interesting. You know, at least the top 10, any of the top 10 are capable of winning this race.
I just heard Jake Edwards feel safe. He had the clutch in then as Mr. Capel was going past.
Oh, interesting. Fuel saving already.
Yeah, there might be a bit of strategy to tonight's race. I'm not sure. But now he's got Court for company. And Court's already going to play this aggressive, showing the nose. Jake would just want to stay with Lockie here. Leave me alone, I'm fuel saving.
Yeah, leave me alone. I just want to keep my comfortable gap and fuel save, clutch in, relax for a little bit. Yeah.
Ben,
and that's the thing, you do want to get into a groove, and it's hard to get in that groove when you're getting hunted the whole time.
Yes, it is, definitely. As Jake Edwards is attacking Lockie Capel back. There's contact door to door. That sends Jake Edwards off and gave Court the inside run through this penultimate corner. Lockie will take the inside for the last corner, but he's going to suffer on the run. So Court's going to be all over him, and Lockie's going to try and break this toe.
It's not going to do him much because, you know, you can break the toe halfway down, but Fuji, if you can break it, it doesn't really do much because he can get right back on the back of you. By the time you've got the benefit from the draft, it's pretty much over. Look at that. Drag race down into turn 1, going on the outside. Well, Lockie Capel still makes it stick on the inside line.
Jake Edwards, fuel saving behind these two fighting.
Very smart of him too, very smart. That's exactly where I'd be right now. I'd be Jake Edwards, just biding my time, making sure I stay on the back of these guys. But he does seem like he's falling off the back of them pretty quickly. But it'd be a very smart move for him.
Oh, there's contact! Contact at the apex. Court lets him go.
Just a quick redress there, I think.
As Jake Edwards has now got back in.
Edwards is
back in front. This is Doddsy on Dean Sinkovich. These boys have been battling for a while. Jake Edwards and Lockie Capel are still going at it. Richard Mayer up the inside of Tom Knight. Mr. Consistency's bit down the order at the moment after that turn 1, lap 1 crash?
He couldn't even have seen that. So here we go. Lockie and Jake still having this big battle coming out of the last corner here.
This
Who's
is
going to get the better run? Lockie and Capel's definitely got it.
This is costing these boys some serious time. They are down 8 seconds to Benjamin Siren, who is in the next battle group.
And we know Benjamin's got some serious pace. He'll be pushing to try and get onto the back of these other guys. Trying and bridge that gap a bit. He's got quite a big gap to these guys, so he wants to stay on the back of that back and go from there. Oh, Lockie Capel just trying to get out of it. Had to lock it up and go out to the outside, use all the outside of the track limit out there. The runoff, bit of the runoff to control himself.
He just went way too deep, and Edwards almost followed him.
Oh, that's not what you want to be doing, eh? You don't want to be following a car in front of you. Use bad line, do you? Oh, and a beautiful move. He's going to make the stick. He's just trying to show his nose here. Alex Court, still this battle's not over. He's not happy that Edwards is back in front of him after that little bit of a battle and a tussle. And it's definitely costing these three cars, as you can see. Mr. Jake Edwards is going to try and pull away from these guys as quick as he can.
Unfortunate for Jake, I don't think he's going to. Unless Capel starts putting moves on Court here. These guys are kind of tied into their own fight with no one around them.
They are, aren't they? They kind of jump back off into that top pack as well, which they've definitely got the pace to do. It's just about luck a lot of these times in these bigger fields with this caliber of field as well. It's just kind of who has the best day out there on track, right?
Definitely. As we're looking at Chris from Ireland leading this race, done well to get in front. I think Husey and Barbs and I'm not sure on Shepherd yet, but definitely the two crisscross boys behind are saving some fuel.
Just definitely clutching in and just making sure that they can use it up as much as it not use it up too much, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Shepherd.
Beautiful little
Shepherd's
move.
having a crack. Shepherd's got it done up into P3. It was very nice. If Greg is fuel saving, he won't be too worried about that. Seeing Dylan have some pace. These boys are real close together for the top four. Matty Bowles not far off them with Stefan McCartan and Benjamin Siren. Then we have that battle pack between Jake Edwards, Lockie Capel and Alex Court. So it's action all over the field at the moment. Greg was fuel saving. I'm not sure if he is now. Could also be struggling a bit on his setup on tyres. This is a very aggressive track on your front tyres.
Especially going from such high speed to coming down.
Yeah.
In.
Yeah, Greg's saving. I heard Dylan was saving a little bit, and I heard Husey saving there as well.
Oh, still pushing these boys. Still pushing, trying to have this big fat battle in this mid-pack for this top 10 for this 9th position here.
And I just listened to Christopher Ireland. He was not fuel saving that lap. I don't know if he's fuel saving at all at this point.
Is he just trying to push that gap and make the rest of his make the finish of his race a bit more relaxed?
He might be, but he's not. He's not breaking away. He may as well start saving, get some benefit out of it, because that's what the boys behind him are doing. It's
Alex Court using heaps of space.
Yeah, suffered on the exit though.
Oh yeah, we got Stefan McCartan and Scotty Rankin into the pits now. So we have hit our whole 25-minute mark there. So, you know, not quite halfway in our race here. So maybe just trying to get the undercut, you reckon, Jamie?
Could be, or they just want to get some clean air, get out of traffic.
Yeah,
It's
true,
not
true.
not always an undercut deal that you're looking for.
Quite a long pit there for pit lane time is 49 seconds there for Stefan McCartan. That seems very
Yes.
strange.
As Tom Knight is also in the pit lane currently. This is Harry Dodds on Dean. Still, this battle is going on. Can't
And
seem to
Dodsy
find a
just
way
with
past him.
Yeah, and that Dodsy's still got the damage on the front of the car, so that's probably slowing him down quite a bit. So I'm sure he can't wait for this pit window for him to for his pit crew to say, "Jump in the pits now, bro."
As I'm told that Dean will be in this lap.
So Dean
will
Sinkovic will be into the pits on this lap.
Yep.
Like Harry Dodds might follow him too. You reckon?
Harry is following him.
Or is he?
Oh,
Doing
is he
the old,
almost?
oh,
He
no.
almost touches him on entry. Oh,
And it's a bit. It's definitely a
bit of
yeah,
contact between the two there.
Definitely about to say it's a bit of a tight pit. He just is like ding the wall.
As Christopher Island is currently P4. Yeah, sorry, we missed that. He pit. So
Yeah,
Christopher
pit,
Island
yeah.
also pit.
Yeah, we got who we got in the pits at the moment? We got leaving pits now. We got Harry Dodds has not taken his quick repair. He has just left that car looking the way it is and pitted it and go.
Into the pits is Adam Hughes, Dylan Shepherd, Greg Barber. Top three are in.
Here we go. It's gonna.
7 years, the next one.
So it's just under 3 minutes under halfway here. So these guys all coming in a little bit earlier. It might be brought on by the fact that those leaders came in a bit earlier, so than everybody thought. But interesting, Dodsy didn't take the quick repair.
Stefan has been hunting Bowler ever since he passed him. He has not let him go.
And now he's been in the pits. He's got a brand new set of tires and a brand new car, all shiny. So they're both looking shiny out there now. So the battle is on.
Oh, Capel on court
Oh,
again.
big moment there. Is that Dodsy off in the background there? Oh no, bit of a
As
moment.
safety car has been called.
Safety car has been called. He's going to have to tow to the pits. He's called to tow.
As we go to a DSL Welding Services action replay. That's
Yeah, he should have fixed it. I thought he would have used his
that's a
quick
very
repair.
slow moving Harry Dodds. So something must happen prior to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he just? Yeah. Is he broken something, or was it something previously broken that he didn't get fixed? Yeah. Maybe he just didn't notice it because you couldn't notice it that much from where he was sitting, and then.
So we're thinking blown engine.
Oh yeah, it's not healthy. Yeah, it's definitely not healthy. Oh, it's definitely pulling to the right as well. Oh, he's lost all power here.
No, that's fuel. He's run out of fuel.
Ooh. Oh, he has too.
He didn't pit. He's out of fuel. He missed the pit-in window.
He went into the pits though. I saw him come out of the pits. So he went into the pits. He didn't fuel up and he didn't fix his car. Weird.
That's very strange from Mr. Dodds. Anyway, everyone's gonna get their.
Wow, hey, that's gonna be a cat amongst the pigeons now, isn't it? Wow, hey. So Mr. Harry Dodds has to be towed back to the pits now, unfortunately.
As Stefan McCartan and Jake Edwards, both boys from the Whitey's Pies, entries in the pits again. Maybe putting a little bit of splash more fuel on. as Harry does toes back to the pits after the safety cars caught up the field.
What is it doing?
So currently the leader, Christopher Island, has held his lead after this safety car yellow caution period. Hughes P2, Dylan Shepherd P3 after getting that move done on Barb's a couple laps ago. Barb's P4, Matty Bowler P5. The gap has shortened up for him to do less work now after charging through the field. Benjamin Siren P6 after Stefan McCartan pitting under this caution again for a top-up of some description.
Big shout out to our safety car promo department as well. Thank you very much, Tyson McAvoy, driving the McLaren safety car out there tonight. I know he's loving flashing the lights. He loves driving a bit of the safety car. I had a big chat with him. He's like, yeah, that's the best part of race control, man, driving it. And I was like, yeah, cool. That's what I thought too.
And Richard Mayer rounds out the top 10. So Richard's in 8th, Sam's in 9th, and Cullen Hodgkinson's in 10th.
10 there, halfway through the race. We're pretty much dead on halfway when our safety car was called. So, yeah, very interesting. Interesting. I wonder what happened to Dodsey. Was his crew chief just not working for him or something? Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe he accidentally cancelled it. Cancelled as they were putting fuel in. Could have a software issue, mechanical failure. I know damage makes the fuel drain quicker. Never know.
Who knows? Yeah, true.
Anyway, this is our first caution. We're over halfway through the race. As we see Alex Court, absolutely monster into pit entry. I think Court might be getting a top up, possibly tyres.
Ooh. Interesting. See if he goes up on the jacks or not.
It'll be interesting.
Hmm.
They do fuel first in these cars.
I see. So they don't do them at the same time.
No, they don't. So pumping. Just top up. Just top it up.
Top it up and keep try and keep some temperature in those tyres. They're under safety car conditions. Half of the race to go. Big call, but I'm sure he can do it. Tyson flashing away at the front there. Chris Island with a great race so far. I think he was definitely not banking on a safety car the way he wasn't saving fuel and stuff, just trying to build up a gap at the front of the pack. I think that might have backfired a little bit for him now. There's a safety car out there.
He couldn't really get that gap. The moment he got to the front, Hughesy and Barb's just kind of fuel safe behind him. And now Dylan Shepherd and Bowler, Siren, Mayer, they've all shown some good pace to come back at him. Jake Edwards and Stefan McCartan pitted in and topped up to grab some fuel, as did Alex Court. So we'll see what the go will be in terms of strategy. It's looking like a two-stop at this point. I don't see why you'd top up if it wasn't. We get some tyre warming from Mr. Hughes. We are 34 minutes into this race. Lights are out to the safety car. Safety car is pulling away.
Great little drive there. Chris Island, I think he's strat here now that the safety car has come out. It's kind of backfired on him a little bit, possibly.
As Mr. McAvoy gets away from this field, back to the pits you go. Why as he almost spins it? All the focus is on
the all-wheel drive McLaren.
Christopher Ireland. Restart this race. He has to wait for the call from the safety car. Can't go before then.
We got Greg Barber just trying to get on the so.
I know the strategy here is to not go until the very last second, prevent the draft.
Yep. Hence why Greg Barber's moved across a little bit, and also our second and third have moved across out of that draft as well. But
as he's gone.
And these guys just trying, if they can't get that rear draft, they're trying to get that side draft also. Look at this, everyone's taking on lines. Sam Muir just trying to weave some temperature back in those tyres. Use as much slipstream as you can. Oh!
Contact!
Contact!
Matthew Bowles around. That was Barb's was wide as well. Richard Mares had to take avoiding action, and they're still going at it.
Sam Muir there as well. Oh, Sam Muir off and out. Wow, he's held that though. He hasn't put it into the wall, but
and that was Husey that Sam Muir was getting in contact with.
Yeah, seemed like Husey had the racing line though, but I'm not race control, so I'll stay in my box.
That's just buried. Husey's not going to be happy with that run of P2.
Definitely not, but Mr. Island now has definitely done very well out of it. And he's just being patient, being calm at the front. Greg Barber's definitely got the pace to catch him though, so I'm sure he'll be definitely under a bit of pressure very, very soon. Dylan Shepherd was our round winner from last week, so he's definitely one to watch. Towards the end of the back of this race, he's going to be pushing.
As we got another safety car and a request of tow from Matty Bowler.
Oh, from Matty Bowler. Oh.
Not sure what's happening to him. We'll have a look. But
he's got a lot of damage on that car already.
He doesn't look too happy. Oh, the car wasn't steering.
Yeah, that car was not right. It was heavily pulling to the right. You can see he was trying to fight against it, but
we look at Dean.
Poor guy. Oh, I see it. Oh, wow. Wowee. Didn't sound healthy as well coming into that.
We look at Dean Sinkovich or Tom Knight, please. This is Dean here. And is this coming up into the last corner? I believe it is. This is under safety car conditions, by the way. Car contact between Dean Sinkovich and Tom Knight.
Wow.
Race control will be looking into this one. Do not like car contact under caution.
No,
and this was
not.
under caution period.
Wow. That is a rough re-entry. Wow. Yeah, that could have ended in tears, but I'm glad it didn't. So just keep it in mind out there, guys. Try and look at your relative when you're coming back on the track.
So we've got a bit of a added up field at the moment.
Two safety cars. My prediction for the Radicals is 2 safety cars, so maybe it was, I meant to say Porsches, right?
So Chris Ireland has given up the lead and done a pit stop, handing the lead of the race to Barbs, Dylan Shepherd P2, Callan Hodgkinson in P3, Stefan McCartan sitting in 4th, Jake Edwards is up to 5th, Steve Tonkin 6th, Alex Court after some incidents at the restart P7, Scott Rankin P8, Sam Muir P9, Steven Sinker P10, and that is the top 10 currently of before this restart. Safety car is doing one more lap.
Look at that. Team Steve-O. I'm always Team Steve-O, and he's up in top 10. He's beaten his brother for once. Come on, Steve-O.
That was a lot of carnage on the restart.
That was crazy, wasn't it?
In saying that, it's a big field, a bit bigger than usual, so these boys are going to have to deal with it.
Yeah, and also Chris Islands, we know he's a very, very smart racer. We know that. I think this is strategically, I know he was going hard earlier, but maybe that's why. Maybe he was banking on a couple of safety cars, not just one. Because now, after one safety car, it didn't really play into his hand, but now he's been able to pit the second time, top up his fuel, he'll be able to go to the end. He'll be definitely a serious contender to be able to catch the rest of this field again.
Could be the case. We don't know what their fuel numbers are. I know there's only 21 minutes of racing to go. 21 minutes mark.
My predictions is Chris Island's going to win this. You got any predictions, mate?
Oh, I couldn't say. The strategies are too jumped up for me to know. If Chris Island has to pit again, I think Barbs will have it.
Yeah.
Then again, Stefan and Jake Edwards pit under the first safety car for a long pit stop.
True. That is very, very true, didn't they? Yeah.
Yes, so they could be in the box seat to win this thing.
But also, we've seen Dylan Shepherd sitting in that like third, fourth position, clutching in, saving lots of fuel also. So
he has, but he's also on Barb's strategy.
Oh, okay.
Those two are on the same strategy.
Oh, I see.
Stefan and Jake are on the alternate strategy. And then Christopher Ireland is on, and Lockie Capel and unfortunately now Fuji are on the alternate, the C strategy.
I see. If the shiz hit the fan, hits the fan strategy, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Fair enough.
You fitted under both safety cars.
Yeah.
Christopher's sitting back there in P12 after relinquishing the lead. Safety car's pulling away from the field. This is Barbs for the restart.
We haven't seen that many restarts for Barber at the front this season. We saw quite a few last season, so great to see him back up the front again.
I love this Bob Jane car.
That looks so good, doesn't it?
Awesome. I saw at Sandown on the weekend, there was 3 of them side by side, all painted Bob Jane.
Oh yeah, nice. Did you see the Wash It car?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my friend I went to high school with. He only started professional racing when he was 30, mate. Bloody hell. Bloody legendary. So there's still hope for all us old bastards out there.
Barbs is gone. He's got a great jump.
Oh, here we go.
He's got a few car lengths between him and Dylan.
He's pushing hard, and it's a beautiful restart there from Barbs. A Bob Jane T-Mart car of Dylan Shepherd there, trying to show him the nose, trying to put some pressure on Barbs there, but didn't quite have it on the restart. Helen Hodkinson, great. He's just done really well to get himself up into third place, isn't he?
It'll be a great result if he can keep that. We are looking at Steve Tonkin and Alex Court. Alex Court now does not have to worry about Matty Bowler, as Matty Bowler has done that serious damage and required to tow. As Stefan McCartan has jumped to P3 after getting Callan Hodgkinson. Jake Edwards is going to try and follow through. As he does, he covers him off. Does he defend? No, Callan shows the nose and defends against the car behind.
Oh, big lock up there for Jake Edwards, was it?
Oh, and there's incidents in the background with Steven Sinkovich and David Leslie.
Big moment. That thing doesn't look like it's getting its own way back to the pits. Looks like it's smoking a bit, but maybe it is. No, it's all good. Back on
Richard
the track.
Mayer has had a mare of a moment. penultimate corner, just had a little slide. He gathers it back up behind Husey, as Husey's trying to carve up this field, back up into P14 after that incident.
Also, Chris Island back up in the 9th place now as well, so he's making some moves back up through the field. I'm sure he'll push these guys. Alan Hodgkinson still pushing, trying to defend the best he can. But Alex Court making that beautiful move in turn 1 around down the inside of him for 5th place.
Now he's got Tonkin and Rankin behind him.
Oh mate, they're not there. They're
and Chris from Ireland is right behind Rankin for company. See him in the middle there in the blue and black 992. These boys are going to want to get on with this. Too much battling. They're going to drop Barbs and Dill.
And Chris Island knows it for a fact. He's trying everything he can to get around these guys. He doesn't want to get caught behind these guys because he knows it would jeopardise the rest of this last 15 minutes of this race for him. If he can't get around these guys, then he's going to really jeopardise it. But Scotty Rankin can make that car pretty wide.
Dylan Shepherd is all over the back of the Barbs. Stefan McCartan's right up there, bum as well. Battle for the lead is on. As we look at the battle for P4, Court versus Jake Edwards. I believe Court has just rounded Jake Edwards up in the last sector, as Hodgkinson is struggling to hang on from a very attacking field behind.
Especially with Stefan McCartan up there in 13 and in 3rd place, up 17 spots already. He is hunting the back of Dylan Shepherd.
As we've got some drive-through penalties. Alex Court has received a drive-through penalty for passing under safety car.
Just driving through the pits as we speak.
And also Tom Knight received a drive-through penalty for that contact on one of the Sinkoviches during that caution period. I think it was Dean, not too sure. As Stefan's in the lead, Stefan McCartney's taken the lead from Barber and Shepherd.
Oh mate, what's happened there? How does he make that? How does he make that stick?
I think we've
beautiful moves there.
I think we've missed a moment from Barb's. Him and Shepherd might have had a little bit of contact, and that's just allowed Stefan to get through.
It's Stefan as well. He gets upset if you call him Stefan.
I'll remember that then.
Yeah, all good.
And
all good. Yeah, milk carton. Yeah, as we also know him by milk carton. Milk carton McCartan.
I'll only call him Stefan to his face then.
Yeah. He'll be quick to.
He hasn't yet.
Yeah. Oh, has it? Oh, okay.
Oh.
Chris Island, Scotty Ragan have a big battle still now, but Chris Island just slotting himself past Scotty Ragan, and that was a very, very important move that Chris Island needed to make there. Scotty Ragan is not having it though. He is definitely not having it. Using that draft, I'm sure we'll try and do the over and under it then into turn 1. Callan Hodgkinson having a fat battle with Sam Muir there as well. Look at this massive train coming down to the main straight of Fuji Speedway. Oh, what a drag race. The drag race is still on. Scotty Ragan having to go on the outside. Is he going to be able to do the over-under crisscross? No, he does not have enough speed. We've got Chris Island with a great exit out of turn 1. Coming down into turn 2. Is he going to be able to... Oh, Chris Island still sitting out on the inside there. He's got the correct line. He's got the best line out on track right now.
Yeah, these boys are going for it. There's only 10 minutes left in the race, as Rankin just gives him a bump. This is Callan Hodgkinson getting away from, or trying to keep up with, with Lockie Capel. He's got Tonkin and Ben behind him for company. Very tight battle pack here. I think it goes all the way up to Scotty Rankin in P6.
Wow.
Sorry, Chris Island. This battle pack is Chris Island in P5. Those will be a 7-car train. as the leaders are still fighting. Shepard's arguing with McCartan. He wants this race win. He wants his first position back.
He definitely does a bit of damage on the front of that poor JT Bremtech tyres car.
10 minutes to go.
Oh, the drag race down to turn 1 once again.
I'm surprised they're not.
Check for it.
I'm surprised they're not side drafting.
Yeah, but at least staying off of that little bit of a quarter, off to the sort of rear quarter panel. If everybody out there in viewer land doesn't know what side draft, or if you stay on that sort of that rear quarter panel, either side, you can kind of tend to get a bit of side draft as well. So that's another sort of side one as well. So thank you very much out there in viewer land. Thank you very much for all your support. If you haven't yet, please hit that notification bell. Please hit that subscribe button and give us a like and some love. And feel free to chuck some comments in the comment section as well. So thank you very much. Couldn't do it without you. Sorry, back to you, Jamie.
Barb's is very good under brakes here. I think he's kind of just sitting and waiting until see what these boys do, because these guys are fighting fierce.
They are, and they have been fiercely fighting this whole way through as well. Greg Barber with that restart started in first on the restart. Had a bit of a moment, a bit of a battle with Dylan Shepard there, and he's given it away. Stephen McCartan did slot himself into first, but now he's into a battle with Dylan Shepard now as well. So, gone.
And Christopher Ireland is still in fifth with Jake Edwards in fourth. I knew Edwards and McCartan were in this with the strategy. They're pushing hard. They got enough fuel in early. It just seemed like the right move.
Yeah,
most capable P7 in amongst that giant battle pack.
Oh.
As Stefan's going to go for a move. He tries to outbrake him. He's up
And
there.
he has. It looks like he might have it on the exit. Oh, beautiful move by Stefan. Milk carton McCartan.
Back into the lead, but he's got to stay there. And every time you go down the front straight, you're inkling for a battle.
Yep. And especially being a one-make series is not exactly like you got any advantages, eh?
As Ireland is all over Jake Edwards at this point.
Oh, look at this.
Scott Rankin, Lockie Capel, Sam Muir, Benjamin Sirens just hanging off the tail of this. This is a big, aggressive battle.
It is, isn't it? It is. Chris Island wants it back. He's hungry, isn't he? I think out of this whole pack, Chris Island's probably the hungriest, and the second hungriest you got is Scotty Rankin behind him as well. So these guys just putting so much pressure on Baker Jacob.
Oh, as he has a dive. Yeah, Islands. Edwards has a moment on the exit.
Oh, and then Scotty Rankin's had a left rear lock up there, just trying to avoid it, but he's kept it out of it. Another little bit of a lock up there as well, just trying to stay out of it, staying out of the trouble. But he's made a beautiful move back on the inside of Jake Edwards as well. But Chris Island out into clean air now. He'll be want to try and break this draft and get out of.
Oh, there's contact! Oh, Jake Edwards is around.
Great.
They were fighting over draft, banging doors, and that's what happens.
Wow, that was full on. Wow, I didn't expect that to happen, especially coming down the main straight. That was definitely no punches pulled there, I'm sure. Looks. Yeah, definitely a spanner in the works for that battle pack. So that battle packs have all been broken up now because of that incident. So just down to those top guys having a big battle at the front now.
There's still Ireland ranking capable. Ben it actually caught Ben up. Sam Muir and Hughes now in the 10 hunting down Sam there. If you look at
you see these front runners, the top three are definitely still pushing.
Shepard's hunting. He's hunting Stefan now.
Yeah, that's the thing. You want to be on the offense. Dylan wants to be on the offense in this situation. Def, don't be worrying about Greg Barber behind you. Just keep on pushing and try to get Stefan.
And that's what Barbs will want as well. He'll want him to focus on Stefan. Don't worry about me. You hunt him. If yous come together, I'll scoop up the pieces.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, exactly right. I'm watching all the moves and the lines you're not taking right now, boys, because you're battling. You know?
To take the white flag, you want to be the car attacking, I think. You want to get in front by turn 1 on the last lap.
I see. Like the move that Dylan Shepard's making right now, you want to be making that move on the last lap.
Yes.
I see. Or Dylan might be even what. Seems Sam Muir's just gotten around Husey as well, so with a great move. And he's gone around Benjamin Siren as well. So Benjamin Siren and Sam Muir looking like they're having a bit of a battle back there.
As I see, Lockie Capel has a black flag.
Huh? Wow, that's unlike Lockie Capel. Wonder what's happened. Maybe he just got caught up at back markers there, maybe a little bit. Has been a very mixed race for everybody, so.
Could be it's either a slowdown or incident point drive through, but just popped up on my screen. He's got a black flag.
Wow, it's a definite movers and shakers. Out of our top 6, we've got Lockie Capel currently up 19 spots, Scotty Rankin up 14, Chris Island up 11, and Stephen McCartan up 18, and our leader, Dylan Shepard, up 7. So, wow. There's been some serious moves and some carnage in this race, especially with our safety cars.
All these boys, they've driven a phenomenal race with, 3 minutes and a lap to go. Some of the best driving I've seen in this series tonight. As they're now trying to break the draft.
Oh yeah, this is pointy end right now. That's when you see some madness. All these guys trying to break the draft down this big, massive main straight. This is a pointy end of the race here, guys. Should be decent, probably one more lap. Oh, Scotty Reagan taking it into Chris Island. He was late on the brakes, locked it up, and just ended up into the rear end, right rear of Chris Island there, and he's left stranded in the middle of the track there on turn 1, getting himself off the track now. We will not see a safety car. We're into our last 5 minutes. We will not see a safety car, guys.
That was very hectic. Rankin just outbroke himself and went straight into the side of Christopher Island. Chris would have already been beating himself up for giving up the lead to take that pit stop.
He will be. He will be, and I think he might have thought it would have been a good move, but obviously not. Hasn't paid off.
He's into 8 now.
Oh, what a move! He's absolutely pushing it, Chris Island, with that beautiful move on Steve Tonkin. Wow, man, he's on the push again. We saw him up quite a few. He's had a bit of a moment, slipped back down again after that bit of a penalty drive through. So, he should be all right still to keep in this top 10.
We have a through penalty for Scott Rankin on that incident with Christopher Island. As Lockie comes in of his drive-through penalty, which at the moment looks like a incident point penalty. This is Steve Tonkin, Dean Sinkovich on David Leslie coming down the main straight.
Oh, look at this. Oh, and more contact again down the straight. What is happening? Is that net code or? That looks like net code to me. That didn't seem straight right. Who knows?
That is a very damaged Dean Sinkovich right there.
Very, very damaged. He's been caught up in a lot of mayhem tonight. He has.
We'll look at
it's been wrong place, wrong place. Oh, it's just
replay.
tire on tire, is it?
Oh, no, he's moved him. He's pit him.
Yeah.
He got surprised with the contact on the way past, and he's just turned right to overcorrect it and pit him. That's very unfortunate.
That is a pretty damaged car right there. So Apologies. Oh man, he's gonna be. He's got sitting there, no bonnet on, and all the rest of it, just trying to get some free air conditioning into the bonnet, into the engine of that car. Sorry, not even the engine, into the frunk, isn't it?
And we look at this is the checkered flag, Stefan McCartan.
With the
Well
win.
done.
Beautiful work.
Oh, this
Dylan
is the
Shepherd.
P2 or P3. Well
side
done.
by side. Greg Barber there in third place. Adam Hughes
Great
in
race,
fourth place.
boys.
Sam Muir in in fifth, and Benjamin Siren in sixth. Seventh is Chris Island, Richard Mayer in eighth, Callan Hutchinson in ninth, and Steve Tonkin wrapping at a top 10.
It's a very action-packed race.
That was crazy, wasn't it? Man, those restarts definitely for Strat, especially for Strat. Oh, yeah, definitely. It took us for a bit of a ride and chucked a spanner into works, especially for some people's Strats. We saw it didn't quite come off for Chris Island because of that, and also that sort of late contact that he kind of suffered as well. But even then, I don't think he would have made it back up to his leading position again. I don't know if you agree or not, but what a great race. Fantastic. I love a bit of Fuji. So, as we come in, we'll wait for our results tonight, and then we shall get down our race winners into our... I'm not sure what's going on. Okay. Fantastic. Cool. So, shall we bring down Stefan McCartan, Dylan Shepherd, and Greg Barber? So once everybody comes down into our green room, once they've done their cool down lap and they go on to their we'll bring them into the comms box for interviews. Would you like to take interviews tonight, Jamie?
I can do that.
You have pretty intimate knowledge, and you know a lot of these races quite well. So yeah. See some of the race point of view, racer versus racer point.
As we just see the boys. He tips it in.
Yeah, boy. Look at that. So, they do great burnouts, don't they, these Porsches? Just because all the weight's in the rear end.
Stefan McCartan doing the donuts, celebrating his win. Right in front of Scotty Rankin. He's going to be a bit cheeky here, maybe? Maybe?
Scotty can't catch up to him. Is he going to try and, I don't know, do a kickflip? Oh, that was quite a cool move, actually. Straight back into reverse there. See if he can, wonder if anybody's going to, the other two top guys are going to jump in and do some burnouts with him as well. Looking very nice, that Whitey's Pies livery. Quite cool.
He definitely had some fuel on board, Stefan.
Yeah, he still had plenty of tyre left too, by the look of it. Probably did. Beautiful work from these guys. What a night. Thank you very much. A big shout out to all our sponsors, DSL Welding Services, for our series sponsor. Thank you very much to Pagnian Imports Simulations, pagnianimports.com.au. And a big shout out to our safety car promo department also.
Husey got third after all that.
Oh, so Barber, did he have to have a little bit of a penalty in there, and Adam Hughes jumped in at third? Oh.
Dylan Shepherd received a post-race penalty that he received. He's 43 seconds behind the lead, so he received a post-race penalty.
Wow. That's an upset, especially because he won the round last week also, so
he would have had P2? But unfortunately, He didn't. So the race results now: Stefan McCartan takes the win. Barb's second. Husey third.
Wow, what an upset, huh?
All right, so we'll drag Husey in P3 into the broadcast. Husey Hughes, how are we, mate?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, pretty good. That's a pretty nice comeback to come into P3 on the podium after that incident.
Yeah, mate. I'm a bit annoyed. It was a first or second in the bag, and yeah, just two separate times on two separate restarts. We all managed to somehow cock it up, and everyone gets sort of hit or something. So yeah, I don't know how that's happened. I haven't looked at the replay or anything yet. So, but yeah, not happy with the comeback, mate. It was got pretty lucky 'cause I think the original fourth, fifth, and sixth sort of took each other out, and then I believe a few other people just had a few crashes here and there. So I sort of got pretty lucky in that regard, mate.
Yeah, Dylan Shepherd also received a post race promoting you up, which was very good. How did you find the race other than that stint where everything happened? How did you find Fuji?
No, I quite enjoyed it, mate. This is probably one of the stronger trucks I was hoping to do well at. Like it was just a good track in general. We all had a sort of a set goal, which was just fuel save and sort of just take our time. We knew tyres was going to be an issue, just the nature of the beast, more or less. But no, mate, it was just good. Track's good. The track and car combo is awesome. Chris is doing a phenomenal job in first place and sort of keeping us away. But I think he was fuel saving as well, so we're happy to not really pass him, to be honest.
Yeah, I heard you on the typical crisscross fuel save. You boys have been practicing and doing really well at it. So well done on the P3, man. Who would you like to thank for tonight?
Obviously, just crisscross and to Stefan, and massive shout out to Stefan for winning. Barb's to second place, and bit of a shame for old Dill. He should have got he should have got third. And I should have got fourth, 100%. So I think he got a little bit mucked around with penalties, or with the penalty at the end. So a bit of a shame, I suppose. But yeah, look, we'll take third place, mate. You know, take it any day. But yeah, obviously to crisscross, to you guys for doing the stream tonight, and to Toddy and Shibby again. And obviously everyone else watching, and obviously to RC and to all the sponsors as well, mate. And I'll leave all the sponsors on the cars to Stefan to do.
No worries, man. You take it easy, and well done on the P3, mate.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it.
As we'll bring out P2 place getter in. Good old Barbs. Greg. Nice race, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. How are you?
Pretty good. Well done on the P2. Tell us about your race.
First and foremost, apologies to Dylan at the end there. Tried to redress it, but apparently he had an incident penalty, so he had a black flag and he had to slow down. So actually managed to get him back past me, but yeah, apologies to him for the contact on the last lap. Otherwise, yeah, good race. They all had pretty similar pace. It was a bit of a fuel save fest in the first part of the race, but once those safety cars started coming out, it was go for broke.
Yeah, I noticed you kind of sat back and just let the boys battle a little bit while you saved some fuel. It was pretty smart driving from you tonight.
Yeah, I wanted to get lap 16 on that first tank of fuel, and I knew that going flat out you wouldn't get to lap 16. So and you'd get to lap 15 with about, I don't know, 2 litres left in the tank. So it wasn't going to take much to stretch it an extra lap. And sure enough, yeah, Chris, I think it was Christopher Island, pitted a lap before us guys. We were able to sit in the train behind him and save a little bit. So that worked well.
It was very nice. Well done on the P2, man. Who would you like to thank for tonight?
Yeah, Crisscross Racing boys, thank you. The 22 car again, Poolmaster Bayside, shunt scenery, the Dune designs, and I'll leave it up to Stefan to do the rest.
It
But
was
essential
crisscross triple.
at one
triple
point.
lockout.
Yeah, at one point in the race there, Stefan pointed out that we had positions 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yes, you did.
Pretty much. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Punching well above your weight, mate. Well done. Well done on the P2. Go enjoy it with your team and have a good one, man.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
As we'll bring in our first place getter, Stefan. How are we?
Yeah, good, man. Good.
Well done on coming first, mate, tonight. How's your drive? How's your race? Tell us all about it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I didn't think I quite had the pace as the rest of the crisscross boys, but managed to put a P2 with a good qual lap, and then got a bit caught out with I think it was Christopher on the first lap after his mega start, and just sort of pushed me back, and thought on the safety car I'd take that extra bit of fuel because I thought that the other guys that didn't pit would be a lap short, but everyone ended up making it with that second safety car, so yeah, I got it lucky, avoided the wrecks there, and just battled Dylan and Greg there for the last 10 laps or so. It was good fun.
Oh, it looked great, man. You and Jake were kind of on form, and it looked really well done, man. And you had the pace. You looked super quick when you were making those passes, and there was a lot of action up the front. So well done on keeping it straight and getting it to the end, man.
Yeah, cheers. It's always an accomplishment we can do in one of these things.
Definitely. Who would you like to thank for tonight, mate?
Yeah, shout out to Jared Farewell for hooking us up with the Whitey Spice racing livery for this season. Adam Ariel for the Ariel Auto Arts livery, and obviously all the CXR sponsors, Paul Master, AE Boards, Palmerston Bakery. Thanks for all the support, and thanks for you guys for your comms and the RC team.
No worries, mate. Thank you. Toddy, you got any questions for the champion?
No, sorry. I was just having a quick cough. Sorry. Apologies. No, I think it was just a great race. It was full of action tonight. So, and we're getting used to that action with the Porsches, aren't we? These guys are always very respectful, which is really good, as we just heard. Trying to redress it, that sort of thing. So, yeah, great race, and we'll see him back for next week as well.
Yeah, cheers, boys.
Have a good one, Stefan. Well done, mate.
Nice. So, I think that'll wrap us up for tonight, Jamie. What do you reckon?
Yep, definitely.
Fantastic. What a night, man. These are awesome. I love these Porsches. I love this track. Lots of action tonight. Quite a few safety cars that threw a spanner in the works and a cat amongst the pigeons, as they say. So it was a great race from tonight. Thank you very much for DSL Welding Services for all your SRW sponsorship, not only for the Porsches, but for all of our rounds and for all of our series and different cars that we race in. Also, Pagnian Imports Simulation, big shout out to you, our stream sponsor. And big shout out to the promo safety car and promo department and safety car. Race Control, thank you very much. And everybody out there in SRW world, everybody out there viewing, thank you very much for coming. If you haven't yet, hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button, give us some love, get some like, share to your friends, tell everybody about us. And if you're a racer at iRacer, jump in, simracingworld.com.au. Jump on there, jump into our series, and jump on track, and we might be able to get you in the comms box also. So, signing out from myself, Chef Toddy, Nathan Shibby Howard in the producer's box, and Mr. Jamie Dyke, my co-host tonight. Thank you very much. Much love, legends. Keep safe.